Well, good evening, folks. For those of you joining us live, but welcome to those who are joining us on the re-rub. We are doing Babylon 5, Comes the Inquisitor. Not a full sentence there. Comes the Inquisitor, where Mr. Sebastian, on behalf of the Vorlons, pays a visit to Babylon 5, and he's interested in seeing if Delenn and Sheridan are up to the task at hand. It's kind of rough. No, I mean rough on them, man. It's a great episode, but yeah, man, oh man, you don't want to run into this guy anytime soon. Let's just put it that way. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring on my compatriots here. Mhm.
I
I did it again. I warned you. I did it again. Good evening, sir.
G'day, Bruce. Us Australian women don't get a good enough representation, you know.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know she was Australian.
Yes, we're autos on Aussie.
Oh well. Well, we saw her in some other film, one of the things that's free on Amazon Prime, and we were just not her fault, but the film was not impressive, whatever it was. Something about some healing guru.
Oh, dear Lordy.
It was a bit odd. Well, we have this lady joining us tonight. She's not Australian. Hello, lady.
Hello. Yes, I am a member of the Anla Shock today.
Ah.
Yes, but Gemini forgot to give me the pin.
Oh, the Ranger pin, huh?
You're an undercover on the shock.
Covert.
With a Starbucks guitar. Yes.
Covert operations. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, tonight, Colin, is there some sort of thing in the UK tonight, like some sort of time change or something like that? Because Brown's still going strong. They haven't even gotten to the pin yet.
It's shown as half-past Monday already, so no. 0 dark.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, we're starting anyway. I appreciate your time and everything. So we're gonna do this episode tonight, starting now. Before we jump right into the slides, though, any preliminary thoughts on this episode? I think, Liza's ready to go right there.
Well, not on the episode, but on the I Want You graphics that I made for your latest t-shirts. You have that ready to pop up?
Oh, are you talking about It's the Rabbit?
It's the rabbit, and then the back I sent you a graphic for the back of the t-shirt that says I warned you, and I was able to use Gemini to change the because I used an authentic drollery from British illuminated text, medieval illuminated text, to create the t-shirt graphic. And on the back, it took a few prompts, but I got Gemini to keep the styling the same. And I did a little Photoshop and painted some blood on the rabbit,
Well, I didn't get it on a shirt yet,
but you have the graphics.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to share it here.
Yes.
But it seems like you put a lot of effort into it.
Of course.
Like there's a lot of detail to it that you just
There
mentioned
there
there.
is. You gotta take a look at the images. I think people will. I mean, I want the T-shirt.
Yeah, me too. And so I'm sorry it's taking me a long time, but I'm not a quick browser here. I'm trying to see where I put it on the computer because
I'm
I
just.
have
It's
two
a.
locations it could be in.
Just wanted to show it for the people who were watching this on replay. They could see how funny the. Oh,
I'm trying to
I
see
want
what the
that
name
T-shirt too.
of it is here because I have all the graphics here in one
I think I
folder.
called it. It is the rabbit, and the back image. I think I called it. I warned you.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the file name is. Medieval. I warned you is what I called it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the back of the T-shirt. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
the Sheridan image is not on it.
cool
I'm
beans.
sorry, it's transparent. That's the whole thing.
Well, I mean, people know what you're.
I'll tell you what, there's also that font. If you have that on, if you actually had that on a T-shirt, that looks like it's embroidered. It looks like it's the embroidery almost.
Yes. You know, I was debating as to whether I should leave it gold or make it like dark blue text, like the I in the I warned you. I don't know. What do you think, Colin?
I think the gold will stand out. Because to be quite honest, unless you realise it, I'm not sure how much the eye stands out. Because it could, it's obviously the colour and the style. As she said, it's medieval illumination, but
Well, it hasn't.
I'm so married to that eye, though.
Oh no, it's beautiful. No, I agree. It's a beautiful bit of illumination. Beautiful.
Lawrence, do you
or something? But I think the gold looks good as it is.
Well,
Okay.
here, how about the other one?
yeah, this is the backside. It is the rabbit.
Oh yes.
That comes from Barron's brilliant work on the reenactment of Tim the Enchanter.
It also depends on what color T-shirt you've got or what color you've got it on as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I would order it on Bumfire. You get to choose the T-shirt color, but I would personally order it in black. I think it would look really nice on black.
I was going to say that I think would look great on black. I said it, but the blue wouldn't. The blue probably doesn't go that well with as many colors as the gold does, perhaps.
Right. You have to. Well, at least with Bumfire, you could preview it on a few colors and decide which one you like the best. But I would definitely go with darker colors. But just an FYI, the knight and the rabbit are from an original illustration. Medieval. An authentic medieval illustration. It's from an original. Excuse me, not original, but authentic drollery. And the rest of it, the eye and everything else is new. But apparently knights fighting rabbits were a popular thing.
Yeah. No one seems to know why, but it's weird. You get lots of rabbits, you get lots of giant snails in medieval things. And we don't know if it was a sort of a well-known medieval trope and in-joke that's just lost for 600 years later or what.
Yeah, the inside joke is totally lost to everyone.
Well, it was a staple food, I guess, rabbit.
No, but the thing is, in these drolleries, in these illustrations, the rabbit was always killing the knight. It was a dangerous rabbit. So I'm guessing, it's... these priests were somewhat bored, They made some of these illustrations, and these were part of like serious religious texts and stuff like that, or historical texts.
Things like the books of days and the like. Yes, I said there's that, and apparently there's also snails, giant snails. Another thing that appears in that we have, no one has any apparently has any theories, but no one has any concrete idea what it is. It is just something that I said, it's gone out in the last 600 years. It's just gone out of public consciousness.
Which member of Monty Python was a medieval scholar? There was one of them.
Terry Jones.
Terry Jones.
He, I mean, for sure, he knew about these drawings, and perhaps he's the one who thought up the scene with the rabbit, with the killer rabbit.
Quite possibly.
But of course, to the rest of us, the joke is lost because we don't know about these illustrations.
Well, remember in Excalibur when Percival was
I didn't
trying to get Lancelot's attention. He caught a rabbit and cooked it for him. So it was like, I don't know. It was a staple food at the time, if you think about it.
Yeah, but the rabbit is not supposed to win the fight.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And so, again, I went looking to make this T-shirt. I went looking for medieval illustrations depicting rabbits and knights, and I was just, shooting from the hip. I didn't know that drolleries were a thing, first of all, and that a popular image in drolleries were about killer rabbits. And so I found this tradition or this type of medieval art, accidentally in an effort to make a T-shirt for Lawrence's fans. So
maybe it's just the sheer absurdity.
Yes.
Of a rabbit. I mean, the very fact that we find it funny today. Our ancestors had.
Well, I don't know that I find it funny. I found that Monty Python's skit was funny.
Yeah.
And the way that Alex read it, in our
It is the rabbit.
It is the rabbit, and the way that the accent he threw later. This is the most, deadly rabbit you have ever laid your eyes on. Or it was so good, and I'm like, I have to make a T-shirt.
I mean, you think what it is. You think. I mean, these days, rabbit is. We think of a rabbit as a mild. That's probably what make Bugs Bunny so good as well. Is that rabbit is a timid, and very fast supposedly very very fast reading. Beastie. It's just little, it's a timid beast. It's not, it's not a lion, which is, So the absurdity of a rabbit just flying through the air and chewing someone's head off.
Yes.
It's that's where part of the humor comes from. So I wonder if that might be part of the reason. I'm the same for snails. I'm sorry.
The snails would have been interesting had they done the scene with a snail instead of a rabbit. How would they pull that off?
Slowest thing on earth. You could time its reactions with the calendar, not stop.
This is the most deadly mollusk you've ever laid your eyes on.
Again, so you get giant ones. So, again, I suspect it may be just part of the absurdity of a giant sail.
There's a certain rhythm,
he's Mr. Brown is signing off as we speak, and basically all the guests are saying good night. So I think we'll be able to start now with the slides. But anyway, this was excellent work here, Liza. So I can't wait to get that framed up on a T-shirt, and then I'm going to order the sample and go for it. Although the we've been happy with the quality of the shirts
Oh
we've done
yeah,
so far with
bonfire.
Bonfire.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're very good and they're very reliable, unlike uh I guess drop shipping or whatever you call those type of businesses that work with YouTube people.
Oh yeah,
Bonfire
that.
has been very reliable. So
Hmm.
everybody who's ordered from me at least, it has received their order.
Well,
So
the only reason why you can't say it for me is that no one's ordered yet.
well,
but
we're
no, we've worked with these people, so we have experience with them, and it's
yeah.
been great. Customers are happy with it.
That's all you
Yeah.
want, really, isn't it?
Oh, we're on now. We just had the torch passed to us from
He
Mr. Brown.
is. It is the
So,
rabbit. Yes.
all right, folks. So let's get on to Babylon 5 here. Comes the Inquisitor. Here he comes.
Walking
Here
down
he
the
comes.
street, he gets the funniest. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
No-
Hey,
No
it's
one-
the Inquisitor.
No one expects the Vorlon Inquisition.
Oh
Everyone
my
says
gosh.
it's all running
I
around.
was, a quick aside, but in my latest video, the sound design for one of the animations that I made for my video was inspired by a Vorlon. So
Wow.
those of
Cool.
you who are interested, go watch my latest build vlog and you'll see what I'm talking about, but you have to watch it all the way to the end to see what I'm talking about.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Cool.
Well, if you have a cigar box guitar with angel wings, what do you think I'm referencing in the sound design? Come on
Well,
now.
we find no, we have to wait a week to find that out.
Oh, that's right. We have one more week before we
Yeah.
have the big
Wait.
Kosh reveal.
Oh, I thought we
Yeah.
have. That's right. We're not there yet. Okay, you guys have no idea if you haven't seen all of Babylon 5, you have no idea what I'm talking about. That's
Not
okay.
yet.
Not yet, but you will. You will.
Well, here's the title of the episode. Screen grab comes from the episode, but we'll get there in a moment. But it's called Comes the Inquisitor, and we just have 2 guest stars. Although one, Wayne Alexander, does play multiple guest appearances, multiple
Finally get to see
characters.
what-
Yeah, he
Babylon
plays
5.
Lorian later and somebody else, right?
It's Kosh as well, I think, isn't he?
He
Is he
does?
Kosh? Yeah.
He plays
can't-
Kosh too?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Well, we could look it up, maybe.
Who plays
Yeah,
Kosh?
I'll put it-
Let's find out.
All right. Well, actually, we could also just look up what else Wayne Alexander has done. Of course, Lorien is probably the most notable one because that Lorien was in a few episodes.
Nope, he
Yeah.
does not play Kosh. Somebody
He does
does the
play
voice
Kosh,
for
okay.
Kosh, and then one of the associate producers wears the
Oh,
encounter
Well,
suit.
right. Well, for some reason, I thought he'd be Kosh. I know he's done a lot in there.
Did Wayne
I know he's done a lot in
Alexander play on Babylon 5? Welcome to Earworms, where we look things up. But at least we take the
11
time because we care.
11 episodes of them, apparently.
Yes.
Well, yep.
We've had 11
Sebastian,
episodes.
which is this episode, Jadan,
And 2, 3, 4.
who
Well,
is a
this appears to be
Narn,
the first one.
Wait,
Season
who's
3.
Jadan? Who's Jadan?
and the rock cried out. That's the episode name.
Oh, the musical,
No hiding
the
place.
musical episode.
Yeah, where was he in that
Babylon 5, the
episode?
musical.
Yeah, where
Can't
was
remember.
Wayne Alexander in that episode where the rock cried out, "No hiding place"?
Well, Jadan is the name.
Jadan. Is that
And
a
I'm trying to
Narn?
think.
He plays a Narn.
Yeah, he's the Narn. I guess he's one of the guys that beats
Oh,
up Rifa.
Why would they have this guy in
Yeah,
such
he
a,
may,
a
he may be one
passing
of the ones
role?
that beats up, kills Reaper. Yeah.
But
Sorry,
there's no
spoilers.
speaking role for.
Oh,
Are you sure? Are you
well, I'm
positive?
guessing it's just a Narn from that episode, and I don't know. He also plays a
yeah.
Drazi prisoner,
So he was kind of like,
and that's in season 4, so that's still a while away.
yeah. Why would they have such a great
Yeah.
actor play non-speaking roles? Why would they?
Oh, he plays the Drock also in some of
Yeah.
those Drock
Season
episodes
one,
coming
yeah,
up in season 5.
Okay, so he was like an actor they had on call for any
Yeah, I'm
aliens
trying
on
to think. He's
Babylon
got
5.
something like
Yeah.
like 11 different appearances.
Yeah, like the
So,
guy
yeah.
who plays the he plays a green Drazi. There's a guy who
He's in this
plays
episode too. That other guy, the other guy who's so far remaining nameless,
yeah.
who played Green Drazi leader, and in this episode he's the guy that gets upset with Jakar and says, "We're not going to follow you unless you do a mission for us or prove
Yeah.
us that you have some
Yeah.
ability." It's like he has any abilities. to do
Yeah, he
anything.
plays
I'm
he
getting-
plays
I'm
different
getting-
aliens.
Yeah, I'm getting Wayne Alexander confused with Ardwhite Chamberlain. I'm sure Ardwhite Chamberlain's also done a few different things in this as well. That's what I'm getting. I'm sure he's also done a few.
Well, I think, yeah, Lorien is a great character, but Sebastian here is where he really shines. And then we have Jack Kehler, I guess,
Yeah.
as Mr. Chase, who's the only one seen in this, and he made it into my thumbnail anyway. But anyway. We need some variety on the thumbnails. So anyway, we're starting off this episode with Jakar speaking down into Zocalo, or at least some busy area where people are passing by, and he's warning everybody about the Centauri. It's like they're coming for you next, and he's not wrong.
He's
And in
definitely
fact,
not
it's already
wrong.
started, kind of,
Yeah.
but a lot of the crowd is just they don't want to hear it. But that's sometimes the way it goes.
First
Like when you're bringing warnings like that, they just don't want to listen. Go ahead,
First they
Paul.
came to the Narns. First they came to the Narns and we said nothing.
Oh,
If you know that,
yeah,
Yep.
for the Narn. Yeah, that was a pastor. I forget the name of the pastor who is at least credited with having modified
it's
that quote.
you watch these things and the big episodes like this, or with big themes like this, you sometimes forget the other little bits and pieces that I'd forgotten. Just 2 or 3 weeks and I completely forgotten were in this episode. Like with as I do hope you've got them with Lanier, and
Yeah, there's some linear moments coming up.
not Lanier. I know I meant Veer, not Lanier. I meant some.
Oh, Veer. Oh, yeah. I do have that. Oh, yeah. I
Wait,
have
Veer
that.
has a moment in this episode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
He has
remember.
an elevator moment,
Oh yeah.
or turbo lift, I guess they call it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that scene is so important.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I even clipped a moment from it, hopefully in not too long, and we'll be able to play it. So anyway, let us soldier onward. So this is where they're at doing the speech, and basically he gets called in, and there's Veer coming up next. Basically he gets called back with one of the Narns says, we got a meeting. Stop embarrassing us out here. And it's like, I'm not embarrassing it, whatever. But Veer sees it. He sees that Jakar was speaking, trying to warn the other aliens about the Centauri.
Yeah.
And he realizes, because Veer is not down with what the Centauri are doing, he realizes, wow, We are the baddies, and we are basically we're
Does anyone else
spreading this war out to just about everybody. Yeah.
that in that particular image there? I hadn't quite clicked to me when I was watching on today, but does that put anybody else in mind of Sheridan's dream?
Oh, the lighting from below.
Yeah, the lighting, his face, it could almost be that thing from where he's got the where he's looking down on things from his dream from Tosh. You know, when he's in the cycle uniform at one point.
But you mean with Sheridan being in his own dream? Because I don't remember Veer being.
Yeah. No. I mean that image. It looks very much like that one when you see Sheridan framed almost exactly the same way. You know, when he sees you've got Ivanov and the Raven and so on.
Yeah, the lighting and the look on the face does look.
The look on the face says everything. I mean, Stephen. It was his first name, Stephen. First.
Stephen First.
You could see
Stephen's on first.
Exactly what he was trying to.
Yeah.
The wheels turning. It's like he wants to do something but hasn't figured out yet what to do. I mean, this is a brilliant acting.
I'm tempted to I'm tempted to say that Veer is perhaps the most underrated character in this.
I would say so, yeah. Oh, hello! Swappers is here.
Hello, El Swapero. Yes. Yeah, we're trying to. I got to check on him on X because there's things happening there. Fortunately, Star Wars Retold is still okay on X, but World of Swap Shop looks like there's some.
Oh no.
Stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, I'm glad you managed to work my way through practicing with the Pathfinders at the moment. So
yeah, practicing with the Pathfinders.
Oh,
you haven't checked it out yet? There is a link in the description. Yes. Star Wars Retold.
Man,
or you can just type that into YouTube at Star Wars Retold, and you'll find it.
Star Wars Retold, Swappers. I hate cliffhangers, man. I can't.
Well, we do have the next chapter, Swappers. Or no, Swappers, I think, sent me the whole book in.
I want
PDF
to hear
form.
it, though. I want to hear the
do you want to hear
radio
that?
drama?
Yeah.
I'm impatient.
I'm listening to lots of things I'm listening to at the moment, but I got up to the bit where they've got Finn in the back to tank, and I have a question I want to ask you about if you got an inspiration for part of that from a particular TV program from my childhood.
Well, you could ask the question now. Our audience loves the tangents, and
I genuinely don't want to suggest to impugn Swapper's imagination. I'm just wondering.
Oh, it's not impugning. You're just wondering if you
let me put
an
it this
homage.
When I got to a certain particular bit where they're talking about him in the back to tank, I had flashbacks to a certain TV series from the 1970s by Jerry Anderson, which was remade in the 90s, early 2000s as a CGI one. Specifically regarding someone apparently under an alien influence, and that alien influence is knocked out by certain incidents in the first episode of each season, of each series. I just wonder if Spectrum is green or not, that's all. Because if it's nothing to do with that won't mean anything.
All right. You snuck it in there. We'll see if Swappers, if it rings the bell. All right, let's move onward here. Onwards and upwards with Delenn is in a corridor. Another great lighting experience. This episode, the scenery and the lighting really came together. It usually does. They did a great job overall at the series, but in this one, wow. She sees Kosh, and Kosh is always kind of cryptic looking.
Yeah.
You know, this episode gives us, I guess, a first insight into the real nature of the Vorlons, how
Mhm.
they just really have little regard for the lives of other beings. They just use people. I mean, Kosh later shows himself to be a little more evolved than the rest of his people.
Or he
But-
spent too long among the younger races than the rest of his people.
Right, but this episode in particular just shows how the Vorlons in general think of the younger races.
Yeah, it's like they.
To be used and discarded,
Shit
basically.
swappers.
Did you get your answer there,
He did.
Colin?
He did indeed. He did. And yep, thank you. It was literally that bit where they're talking about doing the about the chip. That's I thought when I suddenly thought about that, simply because of what happens. Well, like I said, without going off on a massive tangent with Captain Scarlet. But yeah, that's why. That's what I wanted, mate. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
now we do have a little bit here that I decided to highlight. Is there something wrong? She's asking Kosh. And it's like, you, perhaps. That's nice. That's nice to say to someone.
Yeah.
We've sent for an Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Just an Inquisitor.
Yeah,
like they have a few of them.
Yeah, the implication there being that they have a few on tap for when they need them, meaning they need them. You know.
Well, we know how this one, as this unfolds, we will talk about maybe why this particular individual
Oh yeah.
was used as an Inquisitor. I'm trying to think what other. It depends on what you're inquising about. You know, in this case, the Inquisition is going to be about really finding whether their motivations for taking on this quest are sincere.
Yeah.
I understand the nature of the test and why it needed to be given, but the methods were brutal. And
Be sure
again,
about you.
Yeah, brutal, with little respect for the, I guess, the subjects. The Vorlon really do think of the younger races not so much as children, but as like lab rats, maybe. Again, later you see that Kosh does feel for the younger races, but the Vorlon in general, and he represents the Vorlon, they really just don't give a flying you know what.
I mean, it's someone that really comes out as all the way back to Caution to Jakar in season 1. Nobody here is exactly what they see.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know.
But
Yes.
but one thing is for certain: season 2 of Babylon 5 was just before South Park. So
was it? Wow.
this is not. Yeah, this is not a reference to respect.
Oh, right. Sorry, I see why you said that. So then I see. I didn't see the line. Did you get that?
Sebastian doesn't come in doing a Cartman, no.
Oh Lord, no. Oh God, now I really want someone to do. I really want Clay Parker and Matt Stone to do Babylon 5 with Cartman as the Inquisitor.
Oh, jeez.
I really think you will respect my authority.
Oh God.
Answer the question. I'm gonna bust a nut here.
That would be pure sacrilege. That should never happen.
Well, with AI, we could probably.
I know.
It'll cost a lot of money.
Colin,
but,
you gave him bad ideas.
Swappers?
Swappers is not going to pay for that. He's got to pay for his own labor of love first.
Yes. Stick to your labor of love, Swap.
How will I know who it is? Oh, don't worry, you'll know.
I
Oh,
Well,
you will know if you survive. And look at this. This is part of the torture. It's like,
yeah, but it's except the fact that no, she knows who he is, whether she survives or not. But it's a nicely it's a nicely menacing line. It just doesn't quite make sense if you follow it through logically. But who
yeah,
cares?
it's one of those things where it's like, didn't you, before you kind of selected Delenn in the first place?
exactly. He recruited her.
Yeah. Well, I got to
and
make sure here.
Sheridan.
And
Yes.
right now, since this is about to take off, I think we'll wait to the last minute just to be sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Actually, again, I can see in this, I can see JMS being inspired by Doc Smith and Lensman series. Because this has got some suggesting bits where very long term plans and where the good guys, and they actually are the good guys. The Vorlon equivalent, but they are the actual good guys. They really are all the way through. But they're planning long term, and they're planning civilizations on Earth. And they're saying, okay, but if the civilization that isn't up to it, then we'll just have to let it fall, and we'll just put our plans back until the next one arises. Well, they're not as ruthless about it as the Vorlons turn out to be.
Yeah. But in any case, that's where Delenn and Lanier come, pay Sheridan a visit, and are going to try and arrange for this. And she doesn't know exactly what to expect, but she takes it very seriously because she takes her position in the coming war very seriously. So she's asking Sheridan, well, we need a place. I mean, basically the Inquisitor's arriving, so we need you to help him get through security, and let's find a place where we could be alone and all that sort of thing. And man, they found a place with great atmosphere, exactly what the Inquisitor's looking for. So yeah, Babylon 5, that's where you want to go for your conferences and conventions.
Oh yeah. Especially down below. That's great for that. Yeah.
But he's asking questions here, and so she's explaining that, Ambassador Kosh has doubts about me. Oh, but then Lanier always tries to soften it up. That's not doubts. It's more like he wants, what is it here? Confirmation. I don't know. Lanier would be a great politician.
Well, every Minbari is raised
Don't be
to be a
rude.
good politician.
Don't insult him.
Yeah.
What an insult to Lanier.
You gotta admit, Colin, every Minbari of the religious caste is kind of raised to be a politician.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, they definitely have that. Things that make a good politician.
Yes. Yes. They're overly tactful.
Yeah.
But at least they don't. When they lie, I guess it's for a noble cause, quote unquote noble.
Well, to save face for another, not necessarily noble.
That's true.
Protecting Londo Malari's
is
ass.
Not necessarily noble. Yes, that's true. That's true.
But anyway,
but it comes from I guess the heart of like they always want to be in service of other, and they're raised to have that genuine desire.
I don't know. I think it's just like everybody needs an escape clause. Because it's nearly impossible to live life perfectly, and sometimes you really are kind of confounded. What's the right way to turn in this moral dilemma?
Yeah.
But again, it's a case of if you take a step back, it's okay, but something that we always have trouble remembering because we don't have any experience in the real world. aliens are alien. There's a line. There's a line next season where Lanier says to another character, "Remember, we may look like you, but we are not you."
Yes.
So the idea, a Minbari sense of honor and what is right, etc., will not be the same as the humans because they are not humans.
Right.
So they make something maybe more important in the long term, and so on and so forth.
Well,
Well, we
Sheridan
do.
can't
But again,
understand.
We
Yeah.
do have philosophers here on planet Earth that make an argument that there are universal right and wrong. That,
Oh,
that
yeah.
there is right and wrong is a universal thing,
Yeah.
and that
But
there
again-
are certain I guess.
But
you could
even
say
knowing universal right and wrong or natural
it's still
law,
being
there
debated.
are life
Yeah.
circumstances where, and there could be some decisions where it's like you
But
honestly don't know the right way to turn, even if you know,
But even
have
those
studied natural law.
philosophers are only coming at it from a human point of view. They're doing their very best, and all credit to them. And same as writers, they're doing their best to put minds to try to move away from a human mindset, but they're coming from a human place at the end of the day.
Well, that's where Jakar kind of,
Yeah.
in season 5, has a great quote when he talks about searching for the truth. It's more about the journey, the effort you put into it in struggling with right and wrong. And putting the effort into it is what's most important.
Yeah.
But in this case, Sheridan doesn't understand. Why could anybody have a problem with you? What's going on here? And she's like, well, by aligning myself with you and Kosh, he has questions. And so, yeah, I have placed myself in the center of the coming storm. Well,
She did no such thing. The Vorlons did.
Well, yeah, but she aligned, but
She's way too humble to put herself in
But-
any
but they-
position.
well, I don't know, but at the same time, she's still responsible for her actions. She's taken, but
yeah, I mean,
there was a lot of pressure. Yeah, she was pushed that way.
I mean, shouldn't have this been addressed pre-Chrysalis? I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of, yes. It's like you transformed your body completely.
she
but
didn't
that's not
know. She didn't know
not
Kosh
enough.
was going to throw this curveball later. No one
Yes.
expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Exactly.
But she's
I think
getting the
this-
comfy chair.
I mean, I guess this was the most efficient way of showing the true nature of the Vorlons. They had to find a way to show their darker side in one episode, and this was it.
Well, and also here, I think
Or
this is a great
introduce the darker
concept
side.
here is that, and this is where Lanier kind of like illuminates this sentiment here, basically by saying, even making the right decision based on the wrong reasons will lead to corruption as a result, like a corruption of that. Like if you do the right thing, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it'll ultimately be corrupted because you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
your reasons will have an effect on how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
The reasons
That's
are the wrong
true.
reasons
Yeah.
to do it.
That's true.
That's true,
interesting.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did go through this. I did watch this. I thought, okay, so Lanier's come a long way from the acolyte who wouldn't even lift his eyes. He's obviously learned a lot of very high level stuff.
Yeah, well, he's been close. He's at least stand close by outside the Grey Council there.
Yeah.
Basically being her more than attaché. He's basically aligned himself with her perpetually now, even though she is within her own government on the outside now.
Yeah.
Ambassador Kosh wishes confirmation.
I hadn't realised until I saw this again this evening that there's a circle here, right here, because we hear that
Circle, yeah.
exact same phrase later on.
Where?
Oh, in this episode.
Yeah, in this
Oh,
episode.
In
yeah.
the right place at the right time. That
Oh,
comes up
yeah.
later.
It's this line is a bookend for the beginning and the end of this episode, but was it
Bookend,
used anywhere else?
No, that's
in
what I'm
any
saying.
other-
Well, I've got this
Oh.
book in. I hadn't realised that it starts with Lanier and it's finished by Sebastian at the end.
Sebastian.
Well,
You
you know.
Get it.
Who actually has one of the best final lines for a character, final lines for an episode in TV, I think. When we get to
Oh, yeah. I do have that coming up, but I do want to say being in the right place at the right time also does relate to this.
You have always been here.
But then, if they've always been there, Kosh, why are you?
Yeah.
Who knows
I don't know.
what he
I
meant
guess
by
this
that?
confirmation.
Were they ever planning to explain that line ever? I'm still waiting. What does
I doubt
what
it.
what? That's one thing they didn't plan is to explain what that meant.
Yeah.
Look,
Well, I mean,
if the best way to get a straight answer from Ranger 1 is to listen to it hanging upside down from the rafters,
yeah.
reading it backwards with your eyes closed, what do you think is the best way to understand a Vorlon? How much do you have to do to understand a Vorlon?
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Twist it around and so,
What was I doing here? Yeah, but about that Kosh quote.
I swear to you, it does not mean a thing.
That's precisely right. It's just it's just meant to confuse you.
Okay, so
Confusion is a tactic, is a control tactic, by the way, by certain personalities. The Vorlon have that problem.
all right, Delenn, if there's anything I can do, but it's like what I must do alone. Well, I don't think it was planned to be that way either.
well, although the interesting is again, there's a comment that Sebastian makes later on suggests that actually no.
Yeah.
I mean, she thinks that, but that's not the intention. It's not intended just for us. We find out later on.
Okay. Please do not interfere. I do this of my own free will. And then he made it to the thumbnail this week, although this is his only scene, but he certainly does look like an arms dealer. But yeah, that's right. On the thumbnail, you both mentioned that at first you thought, wait a minute, this isn't the episode with the Unabomber.
Yeah, I mean, in thinking about it now, it doesn't look anything like the guy who played the bomber, but
No,
I guess
doesn't.
he has the same look, the same
Yeah.
the same
Yeah, but
genre look.
The cropped hair and
Yeah,
there's some-
the
there's some-
glasses,
Last year certainly add to it, definitely.
the psychopathic stare. Yeah,
Yeah, look, yeah, definitely.
There we go. The psychopathic stare. And so anyway, basically, Jakar is buying some very expensive armaments. Many of them things that the Narns sold to the Earthers during their war with the Minbari. Now they're buying some of these arms back, but it's
Which actually, again, although obviously I don't think it was thought of at the time this episode was made. Of course, it comes back if you see in the beginning. The movie,
Yeah.
see in the beginning, where you literally see the Narn selling.
yeah. Wasn't that
Negotiating.
the in the pilot?
No,
Is it
No,
it's in the beginning is one
of
of
the
the
movies?
movies.
Yeah.
in the beginning of the first movie about the Earth Moon Bio War, the pilot is the Gathering.
Okay.
But in any case,
In the
yes,
beginning, it's the one where we get an uncredited Ivana appearance.
but she basically he's willing to knock 10%. But if you don't order today, it'll be full price tomorrow. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah, it's tough. But Jakar does go ahead and do the deal. I don't think. I'm just trying to see if there's any important lines here. No, I think
Oh,
I
yes.
covered it all.
Yeah, the next couple
He's
lines after this,
disgusted. He's definitely disgusted that he has to deal with this low life here. But he is going to do whatever he needs to do to help his people.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, that line it says there, he's having to deal with them, but he's aware that this guy's an arms. He would say, "Look, okay, don't quit me.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
you an arms dealer, okay, but
Yeah,
know what
they
you
won't
are.
recognize your
Don't-
body if you're
yeah,
not dealing with us honestly here."
And the guys
And this
look
guy's
there.
like, "Okay."
Yeah.
No, it
I'm
looks like
I
he pretty much understands, and as far as arms dealers are concerned, he's being honest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not, for some reason in my head when I thought he'd come back. It's got to be from somewhere else. He'd come back as something along the lines of, in my line of business, I want to keep my customers satisfied. They're going to come back again. I thought he said something. He doesn't. Actually, he must be. I've got that from somewhere else, but
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
But an answer to that would be yeah.
Oh, I
am
know
so-
where you're thinking. I know where you're getting that line, Colin. It's in the episode with it's in the King Arthur episode where Jakar is talking to, I guess, somebody who's transmitting messages between Babylon 5 and
Yes,
Narn.
that's it. Yeah.
And the guy says, "I'm not going to mess up this deal. This is a sweet deal, and I'm not even dealing with illegal stuff." And so that's where you're getting the King Arthur episode. That's such a sticky episode.
Which again,
so
this
good.
is well again, as I am to be just this in way it doesn't set up the King Arthur episode, but it makes the King Arthur episode possible.
Mhm.
It has something in it, obviously, which well, no, I don't want to say it makes King Arthur episode possible, but it's something which explains the King Arthur episode.
No moral ambiguity, no hopeless battle against ancient and overwhelming forces. They were the bad guys, as you say. We were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the floor.
Oh, I love that. I love that scene. Oh my god. Gotta watch it
Well,
now.
it's coming. But anyway, a Vorlon ship has arrived, and
Oh no.
yeah, it's a Vorlon transport. I didn't know Ambassador Kosh had left, and it's like he didn't. Well, they normally don't see Vorlon ships other than Kosh. And so that's why they're saying that. The other Vorlon ship that we saw come near Babylon 5 destroyed Deathwalker.
I suspect that's reused footage because, as they pointed out on IMDb, that ship's going out, not coming in.
Oh,
It's facing towards the gate.
they reversed it.
Oops.
Yes. If that ship had just come out of the gate, it's coming out backwards.
Sebastian is
He does
driving
things his
backwards.
own way.
It's in
Yes.
reverse gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we see the next shot, coming up here, we do see
Yeah.
now it's turned around.
But I noticed that. But I was looking at the IMDb screen earlier on, and yeah, they pointed that out there.
They didn't have time to render out another one, so
Yeah.
they reversed one. But here for the approach, at least it's facing the right way. Well, in any case, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Garibaldi, we don't need you. We don't need security right now. I'll vouch for all this. And that's when we have shiny shoes.
Okay.
And we're seeing some looks and glances. It's a great entrance.
Ooh.
It's a circus zoo. It's a circus windmaster.
Yeah, you really get to hate this guy in this episode. Oh my gosh.
I tell you what, you always get to. I think in some ways you get to understand. Again, it's so well written. You still get to understand his motivations and why he was chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. This is one of the things. So this is one of the things that sets up the possibility for late delivery.
Mhm.
Yes, they
contact with-
they even mention it in late delivery from Avalon.
Yeah. Well, Franklin quashed
But if-
that theory.
But as we discover more about how often the Vorlons are visited, quite a bit later in season 5, but also in the telepath trilogy, cycle trilogy, the first book in the cycle trilogy suggests quite a bit more about the Vorlons having visited Earth before. But as he says in this, we find out they've been everywhere.
No, I'm sure you didn't. Where is Delenn? Yeah, he's all about getting down to business. I'll
Well,
send
he-
for her when
He
we're
wants to
finished.
get this done as soon as possible because he has plans. You know, he doesn't want to continue on.
But he does notice, I don't know, I guess he just sees, I don't know, are they being immoral or promiscuous or anything? I don't know.
So I suppose if you look at it from the point of view where we know he comes from.
Yeah.
I mean,
So he's looking
that's-
around and we just see various scenes of people being social, but I guess, yeah, red hair. I don't know that.
Well,
Is that
and what
red
he's
hair?
looking
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but the idea is he's just commenting on morality and corruption and everything, but
Yeah, but Gavin, you needed to be here earlier to warn us.
he did warn us
You
before.
missed your
He's
warning.
warned us plenty of times, but we just don't listen. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! I warned you.
Wait, can you show Gavin my graphic?
Oh, I can.
No.
I
Okay.
can. All right, but I got to browse for it, so please be patient.
I don't know. We'll wind back the
Browsing.
stream later on, Gavin.
Medieval. Here we go. It is the rabbit.
That's the front part
Yep.
Back
So
and the back side.
that's another load here. Medieval.
There
I
it
warned
is.
you.
I warned you.
This will be coming on a t-shirt short.
Yes, Gavin. A Gavin inspired t-shirt. Oh, he likes it. Yay! Yes.
When were you last on Earth?
Long ago.
Long ago. Yeah, and this is where he does tell Sheridan kind of like what his time frame was. Actually, he even doesn't he mention the address and everything?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. because then they are able to look it up later.
Mm. Yeah.
Mhm.
But what is this? Stand still for a second. I don't have time. I want to know the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Close.
You're not ready for the truth. Yes. Basically, yeah. I mean, as the truth behind the Vorlons unfolds, it does surprise the audience, I think.
Yeah.
I wanted to comment on when this guy was walking in and looking at the people, looking down at the people on Babylon 5 and saying, "Oh, things don't change." It doesn't seem like he's learned anything from the Vorlons.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I was thinking about the implication, of course, is that they bring him out, they wake him up, send him on his mission, and put him back to sleep. So he doesn't have much
But
chance.
well, we
What's
learn
true?
later. We learn later, Colin, that he's not exactly happy about this
No.
punishment
exactly.
that the Vorlon has chosen
Oh,
for
yeah.
him.
What I'm saying though is that they educate him, they show him his ways, but then the implication is that they wake him up, send him out on a mission, and put him back again. So he doesn't actually have any downtime, so to speak, to actually ponder and think on the things he's learned. So, you know.
That's maybe. But maybe he has. But the thing is, people with a certain type of disorder. I'm looking. I've looked this up, and people supposedly, and I'm looking at a AI overview about psychology here. People with MPD, these individuals can develop a righteous sense of superiority, often viewing those who disagree with their worldview as wrong, flawed, or immoral.
Just a comment on the Babylon, on the IMDb entry for this season, was someone talking about narcissism.
Yep, and that this type of personality disorder, these people can be very rigid and often don't learn from life mishaps. I mean, it's sad. It's sad when you learn about what causes this type of disorder in people, but it's very scary when you learn about it. But yes, this guy exhibits this personality style. At
Gavin.
least, the actors must have been aware when they wrote this to make
I'm
sure.
I'm wondering who lives at 143 or 148 Harrisford Lane, London now. Oh, 14B.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Do they still do the addresses the same way?
Let's put it this way. Somebody lived at 221B Baker Street. Somebody quite well known lived at 221B Baker Street.
I'm sorry, I don't know the significance.
About the same time as this gentleman.
Was somebody the detective guy? What was his name?
Oh, Sherlock.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. So, Gavin, are you now you've made that comment, Gavin? I'm now kind of sort of seeing the late great David Warner as Sebastian. And I can see the late great David Warner.
Wasn't there a recent movie where Sherlock Holmes and Jack come together in a movie?
Yeah, that's Time After Time. That is the one.
Oh, okay. That's what you guys are referring.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the movie. There's another movie I was thinking of.
If I remember right, it was David Warner as Jack and Malcolm McDowell as H.G. Wells, I think. Which is why I said I can see David Warner, and I know he completely. So for anybody that actually that somebody that's actually not seen this, we've now completely blown the whole thing about Sebastian, but
Oh,
for 40 years,
I mean, spoilers, as you say, all in spoilers on a 30-year-old TV
Yeah.
show, 30-some-year-old TV show. It's all right.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly, I really noticed that I actually can say, I'm not putting anything against Wayne Alexander here, but I could also see David Warner doing this role. David Warner was such a skilled actor.
Tron. Well, he was already in Babylon 5 as Gaius.
Or the sketch, yeah.
Gaius.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
they could put
yes,
some
yeah,
heavy
yeah.
alien makeup on him and make him
No boom today, boom tomorrow.
Boom tomorrow.
There's always a boom tomorrow.
Always, yes.
Oh no, you keep mentioning things.
No boom today, boom tomorrow. There's always a boom tomorrow. Boom! Sooner or later. Boom! Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Have a nice day.
Big. Bada big boom.
There's just so many quotable lines in this show.
Oh man, they told me about everything. Everything.
Apparently, there's a game where Sherlock Holmes plays against Jack the Ripper.
What was the film that was related to this Jack story that starred what's his name? Johnny Depp. He was like an opium puffing
Was that from hell?
detective.
Was that from hell?
I'm asking the question. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't
There
seen
was
it.
a movie called From Hell about Jack the Ripper, but I don't know if it was Johnny Depp.
But it was one that implied, or at least, it implied that those murders were actually done by, or for the purpose of the underside of the royal family or something like that. It took a different turn on it. Yeah,
know
I'm
this
looking
movie.
up. Here's From Hell.
It was Johnny Depp, yeah. It was from hell, yeah. It was Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm. And it is the one about the I mean, he wasn't playing Sherlock Holmes, but it was kind of like a Sherlockian.
Oh, he was Aberline. He was playing Aberline, was he? Oh, right.
Inspector, Frederick Aberline.
So they, in fact,
Heather Graham is Mary Kelly.
They are actually
Ian Holm.
Most
Sir
of
William
those
Gull.
names.
This is something we're going to have to do sometime.
I mean, most of those names I recognise as being connected to the Ripper case.
Yep.
That's certainly.
Oh yeah, that's what it was about. Yeah.
Mary Kelly. No, what I'm saying though is literally Mary Kelly, Annie Chapman. They are the ladies, certainly the ladies of the night. I recognise not all of them, but certainly that would appear to be, as you said, a telling of the actual case or the actual characters rather than fictionalized version.
Yeah, but of course, what it implied, the dirty secret it implied would be one that maybe is not universally accepted.
Except, of course, the only problem with this whole idea, of course, is that as Star Trek fans know, Jack the Ripper was actually an incorporeal alien entity that killed and then ran away, and then later on actually took over Scotty for a while.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is one or two of the series Phantom. Yeah. There's several ideas about who he was.
But yeah, but that's something to. I think I'm going to watch that again.
I'm
And
not sure I've ever actually
this
seen
time
it.
pay more attention to it and stuff. I remember it being pretty good. I just don't know about the
Well, the main reason I know about it
theory
is
being right.
I watched the channel History Buffs, and he talks about history, movies, and that in history. And he did one of his episodes. He's not particularly prolific. He's been going for decades, nothing. But he did one on From Hell. So that's how I know that From Hell was at the Ripper movie.
Okay, and they have called upon me now. So he fills in more at the end, but right now this is enough to get Sheridan to let him finish his work. Now, you'll either let me finish my work or you'll let me leave, because either way, I have told you all that I intend to.
Ew.
No, you tell them more later. But Sheridan's like, well, Delenn told him, to let this guy in and do this, but he doesn't like people, questioning Delenn.
No.
He's getting the feels for her, so. But then we have a great moment here. Everyone remembers this conversation where Garibaldi's like, hey, I hear it through the grapevine that you're buying some weapons and stuff. And, but Jakar's smart. He's like, all right, let's just pretend that I've lied to you and gone through all this routine. How about you just get down to it and tell me what you're really thinking? And yeah, Garibaldi tells him that you're not going to bring any weapons here to Babylon 5. They can't go through here. We support you in this resistance, but this place will go to hell if you use it for trafficking. So, yeah, and basically, Jakar was honest with him and said, okay, all right, I won't traffic them through Babylon 5. And, but fortunately, Garibaldi had already planned on his response. He gave him a chance to slip up and try to lie his way out of it, but since Jakar was honest, Garibaldi went ahead with his plan where, all right, I know a guy that has his station and he does a lot of illegal activity. We'll notice one more weapons run going through there.
I think we found Phantom outside a specialist subject.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Ripper murders.
Oh, really? Or at least one of them. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying he's dropping facts there.
Well, yeah, I did say before that the after hell take may not be right. I mean, it's a movie, first of all, but
yeah, exactly. No, but I mean, he's as I said, he's obviously he obviously knows his ripperology stuff there.
Yeah, he does. He does. Sharing some research.
Yeah. Lots of fascinating stories in history, and yeah, it's cool to get into some of these subjects, people like the Lindbergh baby and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, DJ Play Nice. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, bud.
But in any case, since Jakar was honest, basically he gives them info on a place he can run the weapons through and everything will be all right. And so, but it was a great scene. because you didn't lie to me. But Jakar did point out, but it's like in order to have this information ready to go, you had to assume that I was going to tell the truth. And Garibaldi said, "Yeah, I don't get into conversations unless I know where they're going. But I gave you a little bit of room to disappoint me, and you didn't. Thanks for not doing it."
What an interesting character this Garibaldi
Mm.
is. It's like either you already. I mean, what if Jakar had disappointed him? I think he would have prepared it anyways because he was sympathetic to the Narn cause.
Maybe.
Is-
But I mean, I think the thing
I
is,
don't know.
he's what he is. He's the character is that sort of not necessarily world weary, but that sort of cop who's in favour of the law and it's supportive, but nonetheless realizes that people are complicated.
Yep. Well, it's good to know in the future they at least have removable drives, the data crystal thing,
Yeah.
and you can flick them up in the air and catch them.
Yep.
All right. So now this is level 19. Is it brown 19? No, gray 19, I think it is.
So this is not grey 17.
Not gray 17, but gray
17 or
19.
13.
Is Gray Sector in down below?
No, I think that's brown sector. I don't know.
I think, yeah.
Down below, that's the part of the station that's always at the bottom and doesn't rotate, right? All right.
At the bottom, it's going to be that does rotate by definition. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, yeah, because it's the bit where when you see Dwight Schultz in Down Below, he's actually looking out the window, isn't he? So I think down. Not Mr. Below.
No, I'm just joking about the term below because basically.
No, I don't know. I think that's. I think Down Below is the bit against the hull. Actually, you saying that. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it's the furthest outside, maybe. I don't know. But in any case, the door opening. I mean, everything here was shot well, the lighting and all that. And they didn't exactly have a big studio to shoot in either.
Go back one.
Uh-huh.
I wonder how many of those circles there are.
I don't like what I see. Are you talking about...
No, I wonder how many of those circles there are. Do they not remind you of anything? Circles of light in the darkness.
Circle? Oh, you mean like on the...
Like the Grey Council.
Oh, yeah. How many? Oh! You mean like, are they reusing spots for the
no, but
Grey Council?
I'm just thinking it's the same sort of thing. But yeah, but isn't it? That's what the Grey Council looks like.
Yeah.
Slightly better lit. But it's 9 circles.
Recycled lighting setup.
So,
well, we do see...
I wonder... Yeah. But
we do see overhead shots coming up soon.
It looks
so
very similar. Yeah. But I'm just thinking that, again, the circles of light in the darkness is very reminiscent of the Grey Council, which she used to be a member of. So,
but yeah,
whether that would be purely coincidental or not, only JMS.
Yeah, they overdubbed the conversation between Delenn and Sheridan here, basically in setup. You know, she thinks everything will be all right, but you get the impression that she's just trying to be hopeful. Some really nice looking stuff there. I like circular doors. Reminds me of the old hobbit hole I used to live in.
Was it a very nice hole?
I'm just kidding. I've never lived in a hobbit hole.
Hobbit holes are supposed to be comfy little holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hobbit holes are apparently very nice holes.
Yes.
Yeah, the hobbits brought 19th century to Middle Earth.
Yeah, they did. They certainly
19th
did.
century holes. That is. But there we go. Yeah. Well, that's what you do. Spotlights, man. You got a sound stage. And it's all dramatic lighting and music. And then he slides over the bracelets. Or gauntlets, I guess he calls them. It's your choice of your own free will. If you want to be able to continue to lead against the shadows, the ancient enemy, if you want to continue to be the leader here, you got to put them on and keep them on until I release you. But he doesn't really imply that could happen. He basically makes it sound like, no, if you ever want to get out of this situation, you can take the gauntlets off or bracelets. You could take them off and you'll be free of this inquisition, but you'll no longer be the leader. You'll be admitting that you are not worthy. And then the inquisition begins here. And it's basically, who are you? Oh, man, you got to start with that one. I am Delenn. Unacceptable answer. I already know who you are. Or I already know your name. Who are you? Yeah, it's one of those questions that doesn't have a good answer.
Well, Sheridan later asked the Vorlons, it's like, who are you? And it's like, do you even have an answer to your own question? How dare you?
Neither of them do.
How dare you ask the question and want an answer when you can't answer it yourself? Hypocrites. Vorlons are such hypocrites, man.
Yeah. Who are you? Well, all I got to go on is what I remember since being born, and even that fades away. I don't remember anything before that.
Well, can you even answer that question without answering the shadows question? What do you want? Because you can't answer who are you without answering what do you want at the same time.
Well, the what you want question is a lot easier to answer.
To find the cure for the Black Plague.
Have they ever found that cure?
They were supposed to at the end of season 1.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
That would have been an interesting answer, Phantom Outsider.
And what
I
is
am
that
gray.
answer?
Stand between the shadow and the light.
Yeah, she should have said that.
Should have said that.
He would have been like, unacceptable answer. That's just
I'm not remember the
Mimbari
Red Monster anymore.
ibbity jibbity. Who are you? It continues. I'm the ambassador to Mimbar. Unacceptable. That's just a title. Yeah, there really isn't any answer to this question. I mean, Alan Watts did go into this. Basically, the only thing that could be a right answer is something that's just completely candid without any thinking. It might even just be going or something like that.
Who are you? I'm me.
Alan Watts is awesome. Yes, Gavin. She should have said that.
Said what?
Read what Gavin.
Yo, mama.
I mean, if everything she tells him was gonna make him mad anyways, you might as well play with him a little bit. Get him angry.
I'm the daughter of unacceptable. I didn't ask you for your genealogy. So we see how this is going. What a sad everything you are. Man, unable to answer even such a simple question. It's like, how can you be the leader?
This tactic. You see this tactic. It's perfect depiction of somebody with the disorder we were talking about.
Oh,
That's why the Vorlons picked him, because he can't break his programming. Sadly.
Well, the thing is,
but he can't.
The only answer that you can give to that question without reference to anybody else is I am me. I am who I am.
I mean,
Popeye has the answer.
I mean,
I am what I am.
I guess, I mean, a way that can, you are what you do, what you've done. And that's why Kosh selected her for this mission, because the only way to really know a person, it's not what what their beliefs are. It's like, well, what have they done? You can define a person through their actions. And I guess, but I mean, that would have been too simple of a thing and we wouldn't have an episode.
Yeah.
But I guess in the end, when we see the conclusion of the episode, that's precisely what the answer was, what her actions were, what Sheridan's actions were, and that showed, that indicated what they were going to do in the future, which is what this guy and the Vorlons were hoping to find
and
out.
Approved by others. Basically, he's saying
I'm
any
not a number
answer
one
you've been
Mary.
What was that?
Everything she's been saying, he's saying is just, in reference to others, what other people call you or define you as, or titles they've given you, numbers stamped, sealed, signed, and delivered, or whatever, by others. How can you be, what is this, expected to fight for someone else if you don't even know who you are? I don't know, man. It's like, it's tough, man.
Mind games. What they were, again, all of this was set up to test their actions, because that's really ultimately who you are.
Yeah.
Right. But he keeps trying to characterize her as, proud, defiant, and full of yourself, basically.
Well, that's what a person with this disorder is so great to be an inquisitor, because, they make you question your reality, make you question, yourself. That's how they break you down.
And he's calling her, like, saying that she thinks of herself as favored by God or chosen by God for this quest, although she's never really expressed it that way.
No,
because she doesn't really have God. She keeps referring to the universe.
She never thought of herself that way. He's projecting onto her.
Right.
Which is something else that this disorder causes people to do.
He's telling her what other people, what he's perceiving the others that have stood before it.
He's projecting himself onto her. That's why part of the reason the Vorlons picked him for this task. To kind of suss out people who are like him.
Yeah, he's saying that no one else has passed my inquisition. And people are better off because these people who thought they were chosen by God were, shall we say, not accepted, and therefore didn't get the chance to ruin other people's lives by fulfilling or trying to follow their quest when they were doing it for the wrong reasons, basically. But yeah, totally projecting his situation onto her. But
Well,
I guess that's what the Vorlons thought. We need someone
that's
like that to just
maybe
put her
if
through it.
you think about it, the Vorlons showed him the error of his ways, unquote, right?
Mhm.
Well, I'll find out later on. So it's a bit back upon him, but he's saying to her, all these others have stood before me, and this is what they felt, this is what they thought of themselves, and they were wrong. Are you the same person? As Phantom said in there, it's a method of Crucible trying to actually get her to distill the essence of her. I think. And yes, it's mind games, but it's a way of doing it.
But this is where it confuses me. It's like, okay, so if he's done these inquisitions before, it couldn't have been for this job. It had to be other things, right?
Yeah.
Other things the Vorlons were involved in.
Because right now, this is, this war is on the doorstep. It's coming now.
Having seen quite a few videos on the subject recently, what this kind of puts me in mind of, on a very, very different methodology, is what they do with special forces training for the military, where they actually just gradually grind or grind away at the candidate until you discover what they are at the core. What they are capable of doing.
Rather giving false hope to others, we edit out those who are not truly worthy.
But I think you're right. I also get the feeling that he is, at the same time, that he is projecting on himself and his
the mission from God thing.
Yeah.
But which is why I wonder if perhaps the Vorlons, if the Vorlons buggered up with it, messed up with him, because they just put him back to sleep. He never had they pointed out to him when he was wrong about this, but they never really gave him the chance to actually think about that for himself. So he's never had the chance to deal with the realization himself. He sent on a mission, put back in. He never,
live in a society where you're dealing with others.
Well, he does imply
what you've learned. You need to be able to apply it before it's truly learned.
I get that
he does imply that the Vorlons he does say that the Vorlons show him the error of his ways, and you get from the way that he says it wasn't a pleasant experience. I guess he suffered what his victims suffered. Somehow they projected the suffering of his victims onto him. You get that? I mean, it's implied that what happened.
Yeah.
And so he's somewhat disgusted with himself, but then again, he can't break his programming.
Yeah, he hasn't had the chance to work it all the way through, which is why it seems later on he seems, I don't know if he's supposed to be there or not, but he seems to be losing it, to be losing the control later on in the episode.
Right.
I think, but
yeah, he does. And embarked on a holy cause. Well, the only one, I mean, Delenn believes in the universe, and she has some ideas about what the universe is doing. It's learning about itself, and of course, being religious caste, I guess if you would say she has a religion, it's mostly the Mimbari way of trying to understand the universe and the best way to live within it. But she doesn't ever really speak about a god or gods or goddesses or anything. So that comes from him.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I mean, the thing is, he's filtering, but as with everyone else, he's filtering it through his own experiences. And if he's from Victorian England, which was still quite thoroughly religious. Protestant religious largely. So he probably had that back in. So that's his frame of mind. So, and don't forget that again, all or most Christian religion, sorry, most Earth religions, human religions, especially the ones that he's like, associate holy with one creator deity. So that's how he's going to frame it subconsciously. So I think he can refer to something as a holy cause, and he means the same thing that Delenn means, although she would not phrase it that way because she has a different filter of things.
No, and she does know more about the Vorlons than a lot of other people do. She knows that they're an ancient race, and these wars have been happening every 1,000 years
she
or
knows
so.
a lot more about the Vorlons than
Yeah, and so a lot of why she's here is because of that, what she's learned from the Vorlons. And it's like, well, and now they're trying to test her and stuff. So, yeah. What do we have here, Liza?
No, it's an interesting point by Phantom Outsider.
Yes.
He tries to drape things in religion, and it isn't about that. Agreed. Yeah. It's all projection. He's basically mad at himself, and that's why Delenn infuriates him, because he's trying to see himself in her, and there's nothing about her that is him.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, Phantom, that I think I would more phrase it that he's that holy war sort of is seeing it through his filter. But yes, I agree with your point now, definitely.
But yep, he concludes this scene with the line that I don't believe you, and by the time you leave here, neither will you. So he's basically saying that's your only way out, is to give up.
Yeah.
It's even possible that you may die here. What purpose will that be served by? Well, what purpose will be served by killing me? It's like, and Betty says, no, I wouldn't be killing you. Technically you would be.
You would be, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, no, you have the choice to remove the bracelets at any time and give up. But if you don't, if you do that, you are saying you're not worthy to lead this cause.
But the answer to her question, what good will killing me do, would be, well, it will save the lives of many others who will die because of your because of your corrupted, because of your corrupted, not necessarily evil corrupted, but because you're not coming to what I don't,
Right, but he doesn't answer that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we don't want you to really have. We're going to tell you as much about this as we feel you need to know.
Yeah.
And what we don't think you need to know, we're holding back here. But the thing is, I guess you could infer that from some of the things he's saying, is that, okay, yeah, if I'm not doing this for the right reasons, then, you would be saving other people from that mistake. But the thing is that it's kind of late. It's like, what are they going to do if Delenn takes off the bracelet? So the Vorlons going to do a quick recruiting operation.
Well, the thing
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we find out later on, of course, that all this isn't the entire thing.
That's right.
It's just a part of what he's really there for.
But I think I'll save it for when we get to the end. But I think there's something else about this. It's just a possibility, but something that I believe might be the case here with this and Kosh. And it has something to do with our, one of our favorite lines here. Let me see if I can find it again. Where are you?
Phantom, are you saying that her attitude is that thousands of you die, but that's a price I'm willing to pay.
You have always been here.
There's a hint. That's where I'm kind of inclined to go with this thing. Unless you're wrong.
Maybe Kosh is not the one who wanted confirmation, because he set all of this in motion. Maybe it was the Vorlons, because again, you know.
And we will find out once and for all. Actually, this is the thing. I might as well say it now because I'll probably forget later. But I'm thinking maybe it's not like Kosh is looking for confirmation, or even the Vorlons, because it might be one of those things where they see everything as predestined. And they knew that she would pass this Inquisition. So the purpose of the Inquisition is to prove it to her that she's the right one for the job.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. Yeah, that to me makes more sense than anything else. Yeah.
Well,
But
again,
we'll see.
it's
Part of the training.
It's a crucible to melt out the truth.
It's a Jedi mind trick.
So powerful, it's coming across a completely different universe.
Well, this guy's looking for favors, and Veer's like, nah, not today. But he slowly backs up into the turbo lift and sees,
Oh, Jakar. Oh my gosh. This scene is, they barely say anything, but it is powerful. My goodness gracious. And
yeah, just the look on that face.
Veer needs no convincing.
Yeah.
He has a conscience.
Well, there's a lot of time here. I mean, to capture it fully, you need some faces back and forth, and basically a lot of it is Veer looking really uncomfortable, kind of fidgeting around, moving around, and then eventually he just breaks and feels like he's got to talk. He's got to say something, and he's like, I'm sorry. And then he wishes there was another way. It's like, I tried to tell them, but they don't listen to me. They never listen to me.
You could say he warned them.
Yeah.
Warned them. They never listen.
I think Veer knew what Jakar's reply was going to be. He just needed to get it out there. It's like, I'm not on board with this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I just need you to know that.
But he leaves because he's at the floor he was looking for and brings out a knife. Veer thinks it's for him, but it's not. It's for Jakar's own hand, and we do have a clip.
Yeah.
Dead. 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 How do you apologize to them?
I can't.
Then I cannot forgive.
It didn't take the video away. Oh, it did. Never mind.
If you watch this, and again, if you watch it again, especially if you're watching it like this, where you're looking for things to critique and to talk about, you can see things. You see at this point how this. That's why I said this is why I think Veer is probably the most underrated character.
Mm-hmm.
The thing he's talking about, but again, this you see this, and it goes up later on into what happens. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going.
Yep,
Phantom.
Exactly.
It goes up. I was going to say this explains. This exactly leads him directly to when he gets sent off to Mimbar. What he does, what happens there. That's exactly what's going with that one, Phantom. Exactly, yeah.
I need to play another video clip to see if I can get my controls back. After I play clips, sometimes it takes them away. I know that has nothing to do with anything, but I got my controls back.
Again, which also makes you think about cause and effect and things like this. That fact there, how important that bit of Veer, what Veer did was, etc. Veer, and it put where Veer's action purpose. What would have happened if Lindesey had not turned up on the station that day? What would have happened if that hadn't? If his station and so on, that led into him, that was another step on the stage to him being moved off to Mimbar. If he hadn't done things that led him to be to move to Mimbar, you wouldn't get the entire Abraham Lincoln thing and all the things that go on for that. It's when you just think of the threads running through this, it's.
I think Lindesey didn't she come to the station when he was visiting the station, already having been on Mimbar? And
he was.
He had to be that Mimbari representative before he could become Abrahamo Lincoln.
Was that? Okay, yeah, I'm getting confused.
That's when they found out about what he was doing.
So it was it was other things that did that. Yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. It was other things that led
episode where Molari found out, and of course Ivanova and
Ivanova took over the mission.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, I was thinking that was why he got, but no, of course, as you said, he'd done other things that have.
No, this is definitely, I guess, the seed. This is where the seed was planted. Now he needs that new gig to come up, and then that's when he can do it.
Yeah, so I'm getting my timelines confused there. Yeah, of course.
Okay, we're at the end of that set of slides. And I'll bring up the next set. Very intriguing discussions tonight, folks. Thank you, Phantom Outsider, for your contributions. Thank you for warning us, Gavin.
Gavin.
You don't like it here, do you? I love when these guys say like stuff like that. It's like, come on. Oh, man. And more projection. Yeah, you'd rather be sitting around your quarters thinking of your glory and stuff.
Yep, more projection for sure.
Yep.
And why not? You are Delenn, the Chosen. The Chosen
Gavin,
one.
I do like it here, as a matter of fact.
Well, yes. For those who have been hearing the announcements, we are starting up the Silmarillion again, but it'll be a week from tomorrow. Be on the 27th. And in that, we will be having, of course, Anna Nielsen and Jill, Anti-Derivative Jill, will be joining us. And the thing that reminded me to say that was this clip I play for Jill.
Somehow I feel comfortable here.
That's the perfect clip for Jill. Yes.
I don't remember that one, but I know exactly what but having recognized the actress, I know what that has to be from.
My gosh, those were one of my favorite episodes from Voyager. Included those of the Captain Proton.
Captain Proton.
Yes. Yeah. They were funny. I mean, Voyager had a lot of entertaining episodes, folks. I don't know. I know it's not a perfect series, but I mean, there was a lot of good Star Trek and a lot of entertaining Star Trek in Voyager.
Yeah, there was just some difficult ones too.
There were some. I mean, rewatching it, I do skip a lot, and I just watch my favorite episodes. But I do have a lot of episodes that I go and watch. It isn't one or two; it's a lot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't
like
know.
how the holodeck is able to make everything black and white, including
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to let these, shall we say, lyrics go up on screen and people can jump in wherever they feel.
He continues to berate her and insult her and try to break her down.
Oh, she says
And
we all have a destiny.
do we? And he's being just so obnoxious.
How
And
magnanimous of you.
come mierda. Oh, sorry. That's a cursing.
Sometimes we do not see it. She has some strong words to say here, too. I mean, strong as in quality. But she also kind of seems to figure him out in a, not historically or anything, but in a way where she understands what's going on with him internally, psychologically. But basically, we've been taught to believe that we are not important. Taught by people like me.
Yes.
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall.
That's what he's trying to convince her. He's trying to convince her of that. But if he can't convince her of that, he'd be happy to kill her. And of course, knowing this guy, he would have been fine. You know, Sheridan and other people not intervening. He's
Yeah, he's
psycho.
like saying, call out to the universe, because incidentally, yeah, there's like electroshock therapy going on here too. And if the universe hears you, it will definitely respond, right?
They
Call out.
take this scene from gosh, what is that novel that they made tons of movies? French. Hey, Colin, help me.
Which novel?
French novel,
I
tons of movies.
Oh gosh. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh right.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah,
The scene where the guy is torturing the I forgot his name. Forgot the name of the character, and he says, "Well, I will." I don't know if this was in the novel or just in one of the more popular movies, but he says, "Oh, the main character was religious." And he says, I'll tell you what, I will stop whipping you when God shows up to rescue you. How about that? And so, yeah, they like to play mind games with the people they're torturing. It's like they physically torturing them isn't enough. That's so evil. Yeah.
He's like, silence. Universe doesn't work like that. As silence, as profound as when the whale swallowed Jonah. I'm trying to remember Jonah swallowing the whale. It's like
there was only one whale. They didn't bite him in half. There was only one whale. They didn't swallow him in sequence and jet him out of anything.
It was one whale that just flickered into existence and was plummeting to the ground.
That might have just been that might have been a typo, Colin.
Yeah,
the whales. It was only a whale in sequence. Whales in sequence.
The whale's only last thought was, "Oh no, here we go again." The whales have opportunities. Why did she be one of the greatest missions of the universe?
You know why you're here.
If you want to start doing Hitchhiker's Goats, just get Alex on.
Oh, Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan one of these days. Hitchhiker's Guide. The books, in fact.
Well, the books, all the radio show, all the records, all the which
He
fed
does
into each
say,
other.
yeah, the reason why I'm here is because of Kosh. You've answered the wrong question. Why are you at this point in your life right now? I was meant to be here. Oh, so she does believe she was meant to be here. But Kosh does say things like that help you feel like you were meant to be here.
Well, what he's trying to do is dissuade her
Mhm.
of that, because if he succeeds in that, obviously, she's the wrong person. She can be,
Sorry, no, not you. That's coming.
But she says it doesn't matter. What do you mean? If I believe I'm here now for a reason, and if the world says otherwise, then the world is wrong. Uh-oh, careful there. And Delenn is right. Or perhaps the world is right and Delenn is wrong. Have you ever considered that? Have you? Yes, sometimes. Ah, that was one of her few right answers there, I guess.
well, I mean, again, projecting, because that's not an answer he would have given the Vorlons.
As a reward, she gets a 10-minute break.
Yep. And you see how that answer disturbed him. It shows him that, he was a monster and she isn't. And you could see it in his expressions, like,
It's always helpful to question yourself now and then, especially when it has to do with
you have
to be's.
You have to be open to questioning yourself, because, and again, going
Look
back
at this.
to this guy, this guy, his programming doesn't allow for him to question himself. That's why he can never improve. He can never grow. He can never learn, even after the torture of the Vorlons.
It's amazing. This lighting here for the Narn choir. Well, basically, the Narn are hanging out there with Jakar, and they're questioning him. At least one guy is, and it happens to be this guy, the guy that also played the
Drazi.
Green leader. It's like, come on, Jakar.
And the priest Drazi too. He played the priest Drazi.
And it's like, what can you do for us? Why should you be leader? Step aside and let someone else do it. And it's like, well, wait a minute. It's like, who else? Who's a better leader than Jakar? You? Green leader?
Green leader.
Well, it's the same actor.
Yeah, I know.
He also played the Marcab priest.
The Marcab and the one who's poking.
He's
Zach.
played plenty of Drazi.
Yeah.
He's their go-to guy for Drazi and Narn guys that are annoying. But Jakar, it's like, all right, what do you want? I'll do something. And basically it's like, we need to communicate with our families or something. We have no idea what happened to them. And he's like, all right, I'll get a response from your family in 24 hours. Now, he really set himself a high bar there. 24 hours. It's like, damn. But I guess he had to do something convincing to get these guys to accept him. It had to be something, I guess, impressive. We're back to this. Here we go. More inquisiting. Do you know what your problem is, Delenn?
Oh, God.
You are a piece of the machine that thinks it is the whole of the machine.
No,
a
she doesn't think that at
thinks
all.
It's a symphony.
She doesn't think that at all. Look at this guy trying to confuse her and make her doubt herself. It's like, no, I mean, I'm with Phantom Outsider and his responses. No, I actually don't think that. It's like, what makes you think I think that? I don't think that at all.
Your only destiny is to be the nail that gets hammered down. Damn, what a destiny. Bang, bang, bang. Of course, when it's acted out in the scene, I mean, the script is actually quite good.
You really get to hate this guy, man. Oof.
Yeah.
I don't tend to rewatch this episode. It's just it's too much for me.
But it's better to be what I am than what you are. And then
exactly.
This is where she basically gets his number. It's like, and what am I? He's like basically someone who has caused pain and felt pain.
100%.
What is this? You are a creature who has received pain and given pain and taking too much pleasure
in its application. Yes. She knows him. He saw through him, and of course that just makes him angry because it's true.
You have aspired to dreams and been disappointed because you are not strong enough.
I love the Phantom Outsider. No, Charlie Brown. I'm a part of an alliance that stands against the shadows. I love it. That's awesome.
Oh, man. Yeah, and basically he's got something against anyone that believes they can make a difference. Because it reminds you of your own failure. Oh!
Exactly. Exactly.
Have to prove they're wrong.
Yep.
Am I close, Mr. Sebastian? And then it bang.
Yep. No, she's right on, spot on.
And then he starts all over again with the "Who are you?" question. I am the wrong answer already. You know that. Okay. And so let's see. Anything here? Be a nice Bimbari conform. Be quiet. Admit you are inadequate. No. Wow. What do we have lines here? It's all gone corduroy.
Yeah. Well, his his jealousy is apparent. This actor's so good, by the way.
But apparently he has the ability to also feel her heartbeat and, I don't know, can slow it down. Must be some...
The Vorlons gave him superpowers.
Yeah, they did.
Or he's connected to the bracelets.
Yeah, the bracelets, I guess. And he says he could stop your heart at any moment. Just one more inch. So it's like basically... Yeah, it must be rough having a narcissist hold your life in their hands. So she ends the scene screaming no. And then Jakar says, well, I may have screwed up here, but I need to get information from Narn, from this family on Narn, and I need it within 24 hours. Do you think you could handle that?
Yeah. A lot of faith in Sheridan.
Garibaldi's just like, he takes the crystal, but Garibaldi's there like, after the conversation, after Jakar leaves, Garibaldi's like, I think he's shit out a lot. But he's like, no, this is a mission for the Rangers.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I forgot how we solved Jakar's problem.
No, Sheridan said, all right, let's get the Rangers on this because it's about time we have them do something and we're going to need them, and let's see if we can do this. So that's how that's left. And I don't know, someone left the door open, perhaps on purpose.
On purpose, for sure.
Sheridan makes a very good point there. Garibaldi said, do we, are the Rangers ready? And as Sheridan points out, what do we do? It's better to have Jakar here representing his people than someone else. As we discover later on when we get another actor who's had several roles in Babylon 5 as his would-be replacement. I'm going to talk about that. Maybe it was Ethan in he was in Buffy as well. Not what I was trying to think the other day. It's not Robin Atkin Downes. Robin Atkin Downes is Byron. I think Robin Atkin Downes plays a couple of roles in this, but he's not the one that I'm thinking of.
I don't know. Well, let us know if you. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's about time. If they're not ready yet, when will they be? We gotta get them doing things, and they need Jakar right now. He's the one that's a known quantity, and they don't need somebody like Byron coming in and taking over the Narn population.
Yeah, that would be horrendous. Ugh.
But anyway, I wonder if it was Sebastian that left the door open because that was the plan, or if Kosh came by and opened it. Either way.
I mean, I'm sure that the Vorlons gave him certain guidelines, and if he failed to follow those guidelines, he would be punished again.
He'd be put in the back to tank. So anyway, that's when Lear gets in there. Who?
Robin Sachs is who I'm thinking of. Or Robin Sachs is who I was thinking of. Played the replacement for Jakar when they sent someone else in to play Jakar.
Oh, yeah,
Robin Sachs is the actor I was thinking of.
The Centauri approved replacement, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see that when it comes up. And yeah, that when you said Robin Sachs, I was like, oh, Robin of Sherwood. Somehow that came to my mind. That will be coming this Wednesday. We're finishing Dragonheart, and then a week from this Wednesday, Robin of Sherwood.
Oh man, the potential that Robin of Sherwood had. The potential. If only Hearn were more powerful. Man, that deserves a T-shirt.
I'm gonna have to add some Hearn quotes to my my arsenal here. I think Hearn
is like a Vorlon. He
yes,
does absolutely
is.
nothing for his cause. And
never ask that question.
I shall ask the question.
Well, anyway, we have Lanier here basically getting the message. It's like, oh man, what's happening? What's going on? Well, Lanier, you said it was just confirmation. But now Lanier is really deeply concerned, and first thing he does is run out to Sheridan and says, I think this Inquisitor plans to kill her.
Thinking about this again, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it definitely was left open deliberately because what does Lanier do once he finds this out? He goes straight to Sheridan, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what does we'll see it in a minute. What does Sebastian say when he hears Sheridan coming up?
I think
we're going to see.
Like,
the other player.
Finally, you got here, or I was waiting for you, or something like that.
Look at this, beyond the mind's eye.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's straight out of Tron, right there. Ah, and he's got his glowing cane wand. I need one of those. Although it makes me wonder, does he really need the cane? He doesn't seem to use the cane because he needs it.
Yeah, it's a fashion statement.
Yeah. They don't really carry the same type of fashion
Yeah,
these days.
walking
So.
stick, walking cane. Yeah.
I'd like to get a walking stick, like a Gandalf stick that I could just walk around with. I'm afraid this isn't going to work out for you, Delenn. Damn, why does he have to be such a Debbie Downer? It's not really your fault. Your fate was decided long, long ago. It's all in the hands of others. You were doomed from the moment of your birth. Damn, someone was raised by parents with some misapprehensions.
Oh, yes. He would have had to be doing
He's-
I
from
think he
what
had a
is,
daddy
yeah.
issue as well as a mommy issue.
Yep.
Robin Sachs was the guy Mike Taylor who played Head Runner, was the one that was challenging Delenn this season. He's also in the next episode.
Oh yeah, Robin
Vorlons.
Sachs. He's the actor that was from not the Grey Council. Was he on the Grey Council?
No, he's not. Wasn't on the Grey Council. He was the one that was challenging her.
Just a concerned Mimbari that's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You look so different now.
Yeah. And then he's in next episode as a Narn.
Ooh.
He's a Narn war leader in the next episode.
The pilot of the cruiser, the heavy cruiser.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you asked for it. Here's the quote. And the final player in our little drama arrives at last. So yeah, it was planned. Leave her alone. All right.
I like the line Phantom Outsider has for Sheridan.
What is that?
He says, see, if I were Sheridan, well, Sebastian would have a new spot for that cane if he'd be walking back to the Vorlons funny in need of Vorlon proctologist. Yes. That would have been funny.
Why? Just do it. What is she to you?
It wasn't all about Delenn. He knew he always he knew that that Sheridan was going to come, so it wasn't just about Delenn ever.
No, yeah.
It was about the two.
I think they kind of Kosh. I don't know. I guess Kosh had this. I mean, that's the thing. You've always been here. It's like, and it's always was meant to be that you and Delenn would lead this thing. And, they're able to then kind of guide this thing the way we want, because they know that Sheridan has feelings for her that are developing. And so he's obviously going to come in person and not just send Garibaldi in to arrest Sebastian.
Right. Yeah.
What is she to you? I don't have to answer your questions. And the response to that is, no, you don't.
Well.
But, I don't think he says but it's definitely, there's something like a but there.
Your turn now.
After doing that, though, he says, you're right. You don't have to answer any of my questions, but
You do now.
I'm still going to hang you up here anyway. Oh, man. You Said you didn't have to answer any of my questions, but there's no reason to exclude you from our deliberations. Oh, you're just being inclusive. I guess this is DEI.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You're linked up the hip, just as bad as she is. But you're not just a dreamer, you're a soldier. And then that becomes the big question is, and how many people are you going to send off to die on this great mission? And it's like, well, ask Kosh. Ask Kosh how many people we're going to need. He knows these shadows better than me. Are you willing to die friendless, alone, deserted by everyone? That's what may be required of you in the war that is to come. Go to hell.
Perfect response.
He does.
He indeed does go to hell eventually.
No, he does die alone. Well, surrounded by his enemies, but alone.
Yeah, he does indeed.
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. The
that death doesn't completely count.
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
The fade out after 20 years.
Yeah. No. Well, no. Yeah, no. Phantom outside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the correct answer to that one is how many you've had to kill. As few as possible. I will try to make it. Yeah, that's the correct answer to that one.
The thing is, Sheridan kind of intuitively knows that it's a waste of time trying to answer this guy's
question.
The
thing is, he came with a whole bunch of other questions afterwards. So, it wasn't said in isolation.
Get my jacket and get me up here.
It wasn't said in isolation where you get to answer the questions individually. This is hell, Captain. And you are its chief. Damned soul. Damn, man, that's taking it real far there. What about the people you work with? The people you call friends? Are you willing to sacrifice them? What about your family? And then he just goes crazy with asking questions and doing the shock therapy. What about your, does he say gods, plural here?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. What about truth? What about blood? What about us? Oh, then more. What about blood? Yeah. Oh, I got it twice there. And then what about right? What about wrong? What about, I don't know. Seems like you're just going about everything now. What about your future? What about faith?
What about her? She was the active slave for most of the run of Buffy. Oh, sorry, you mean faith? That's in faith in something.
But lots and lots of questions. What about? And finally, I guess Delenn just bursts here. I think he was about to say eternity. Enough. Your quarrel is with me. If you want to torture somebody, do it to me. Leave him alone.
And you see the look on his face there. He realizes, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is the right one.
No, I think that face is not so much that he didn't know they were going to be the right ones. I think he was hoping.
Yeah.
Well, he may not know as much as the Vorlons. The Vorlons may be aware that they're the right ones. And like I said earlier, this might have been just confirmation for Delenn and Sheridan to boost their confidence that they are the right
They're
one.
the right ones.
But it doesn't
yes.
mean Sebastian necessarily knows that.
No.
No, what I'm saying is, I think I think I would say, look, he's interested in her now.
He was hoping that they fail.
Yeah, but she was just a project to him because he's had so many others that he's seen and weren't like. But that look on his face says to me that, okay, hold on, this is different. This is interesting now.
If you want to take someone, take me.
Yeah.
Well. I still got to be sinister here.
Exactly, Phantom Outsider. Exactly.
He
saw he could no longer project onto her, and that surprised him and made him upset and broke his delusions and just hurt him inside. Because he's still in his mind trying to justify his own actions.
But he's still calling it a mutual admiration and sacrificial society. Oh boy.
He's still trying to break her down to basically make her doubt herself. And she keeps passing the test over and over again through her actions, and that just infuriates him more.
And what is he to you? And then she's like, none of your concern. And then he's like, yeah, don't listen to him, Delenn. Just get the hell out of here. And then, of course, he's like, gotta squash that. It's like one single move. And he's dead. Like, nobody's moving. I want to capture this moment in time. I'll kill him or you if either of you try to leave, basically, is what he's saying. And then comes the real question. And this is probably the first of the questions that actually is the test. The other ones were just part of the torture. Would you trade your life for his? I thought you had a destiny. Is that destiny not worth one life? But she gets it right here. She's not a utilitarian philosophically. It's like one life for a billion lives. It's all the same principle.
Yep.
And if I fall, someone will take my place. Basically, she is just serving in the role that was there at the time. So that's why it's her destiny. The role is here. This is a mission that I'm designed for and I can do a good job with, so I'm going to do it. But it's not that I'm special. Someone else maybe arrives at the right time after I fall and they take it over. But it's about the mission. It's not about me.
The thing is, the mission, he finds that the mission means a lot more to her because, you know, when people go off to war, who do they really go off to war for? I mean, it would be very difficult to fight if there wasn't something personal. You know, you're off to saying you're going off to defend your country.
If it really is that case where it's an actual invasion or imminent threat where you are defending your country, then yeah.
But you're really going off to war to defend the people you love, right? The people you're closest. Yeah. That's what keeps you going in the mission. It's not just this ideal.
Actually, no. What tends to keep you going? You see, a lot of songs. Yeah, you start off, you go off for your country, but what tends to keep you going is actually your mate beside you. It's the members of your
Yeah, that's true.
But yes, you're right. Yeah. You go off you go to a war for a cause. You go to war for your country, which is a larger version of your family. So yes, you're right.
But this is what he was testing, because it isn't going to get you through a mission. The cause, the ideal of the cause, isn't what's going to get you through a mission as hard as war.
Well, I'm thinking here it's more of like making sure the principles are right. And that's what she's saying right here is this is my cause, life. Yeah. And basically valuing life, one life or a billion, it's all the same. And I think that's kind of it. It's like right and wrong are right and wrong. And the only reason for a war is to save innocent lives, which means, taking lives in the hope of saving innocent lives. And that's where it's, of course, can get bogged down from one war to another. Which ones are justified, which ones are not. But that's the main point here is it's the principle that's more important than, shall we say, this being her grand mission. Because it's not her grand mission. It's her serving in a mission on the side of light, on the side of life.
That's right. Well, she has her ideals for sure, and he knows what her ideals are. But the thing is, I guess he wants to see if she actually had something to fuel the, getting through the mission, and that was love for Sheridan.
When it comes down to it, does she have what it takes to go through with the mission?
Exactly, and the Vorlons, being an ancient species, knows what fuels people to go through hardship.
Yeah,
and that's what he was testing.
I think it was also testing that it's for the right reasons. That line that Lanier said earlier, because if you're doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, it will still corrupt what you're doing.
But then you find out later, we'll see I'm sure you bring up the lines where he says, well, people willing to sacrifice everything for the wrong reason, and the wrong reason being, having affection for another person, which is the right reason.
Okay, well, you just point that out when we get to it. I'm not sure what you're referring to at this point.
Sebastian says, you're the right people because you're willing to sacrifice yourself for the wrong reason, which is, it isn't about the grand scheme for the two of you.
Yeah, that's right here. Basically, he's like saying you're willing to sacrifice yourself. You're sacrificing yourself willingly. She's like, yes. He's like, says no fame. No sounds, no songs or banners or cries to celebrate your name. Or cities to celebrate your name. And all that stuff. Basically, no notoriety. You're willing to die alone and unremarked and forgotten. And she says, this body is only a shell. You cannot touch me. You cannot harm me. I'm not afraid. And then is like, the light turns on. And Sebastian, he buggered off.
Or maybe the Vorlons took him before he could do what he really wanted to do, which was this jealousy for these two is apparent. He was going to do away with both of them. The guy is more than a narc. He's a psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
Delenn, are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. And she's asking what just happened, and Sheridan's like, I'm not exactly sure. And that's where we get the lines at the end. Well, I guess the Vorlons had a near-field transporter.
Yes.
And beamed them outside the door. You can go. Mm-hmm. You've passed, both of you. Past what? How do you know the chosen ones? He says. And that's like, and then it gets biblical here. No greater love hath a man than he lay down his life for his brother. Yeah, Colin, you were about to say something.
No greater love hath man than this, that he lay down his life for another, I think, rather than for his brother, not necessarily his brother. But Phantom Outsider, I'm told that Cincinnati's favourite radio station was WKRP. But you need to be old to understand that joke.
Not for millions, not for glory, not for fame. For one person. In the dark.
And he delivers these lines so fantastically as well.
Yeah, where no one will ever know or see. Yeah, I just have them here just not to reenact them. I'm just looking just because. Now he says, I have been in the service for the Vorlons for centuries, looking for you. Really? So the Vorlons were testing people all along? Apparently so.
Apparently.
But it makes no sense. Like if they're testing people right now in the year 2200 something.
Yeah, that line made no sense. Yeah.
I'm not going to be alive then to be able to lead if I passed. I wouldn't be able to.
Well,
maybe
we know
they're testing for other things.
Well, we know the Shadow War happens every 1,000 years, so why would they be looking across time?
Well, they're also not time travelers. I don't think the Vorlons are actually like in the TARDIS going around.
A better line for that might be, I've been in the service of the Vorlons for centuries, looking for someone like you.
Yeah, there might have been other missions the Vorlons had him on. I guess that,
Because wording it that way suggests he's been looking.
But even for someone like you, it's like, why would you look for them too far ahead of a war that they won't be alive for?
Maybe it's not necessarily for that war.
Oh.
Maybe it's for something else. What we're saying is, he's looking for someone. He's been looking for someone who, looking for what's the dialogue? It was one honest man and one whatever, and he's finally found. And after all these centuries, all these missions, all these centuries, 300, 4 of them.
Yeah, 400.
400 or 400 or whatever. That he's been looking for someone like that. Someone who fits these parameters, and he's finally found them. I think that's perhaps not as clearly worded as it could be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what he meant, Colin. Yeah, you're right. Oh, that should have been a spin-off series, The Vorlon Trials. Oh my God, that would have been a terrifying series, Gavin.
Hey,
yeah, they could have had Wayne Alexander. Basically, but that would have been cool. Vorlons find a time machine and
look,
and
any spin-off would have been better than Crusades, my friend. Yes, I think so.
I think you mentioned Stitch. I think Stitch just warned us too.
I warned you.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's
warning
us these
that's
days.
The thing that kind of confuses me there. It's like,
that's why Diogenes came to mind.
Oh, he compares himself to Diogenes
Yeah,
with his slap.
that's why Cage Mine is literally the next line.
Looking for an honest man, willing to die for all the wrong reasons. There you go, Liza. That's what you meant before about the wrong reasons.
Yes.
The right reasons.
Well, the right reasons are the big ideals, but I mean, practically speaking, nobody.
Well, the
you-
big ideals that, as we remember from a line that Sheridan said, is, the smaller ideals, if they're sacrificed for the larger ones, it's like building a house on sand. It can't
Yep.
stand.
Exactly right.
So it's a unification of the principles, which goes against the whole utilitarian concept. Now, Spock would be upset because he believes the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the fewer, the one. But
Well, the Vulcans weren't exactly the wisest people, were they?
no, the thing there. Now, I think it's a great line for the movie. But if we're speaking philosophically, Spock should have accomplished the same thing by saying, "I'm willing to sacrifice myself for my crew." Boom. That's all you got to say.
The needs of the many outweighed the needs of the one.
Well, it's not because their needs, it's because he's willing to do it.
Crusade.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, block it out of your mind, Jacob. It's not worth
Jacob.
remembering.
The Vorlon trials, that would have been a good scene. Well, the Vorlons
Vorlons
had
versus
left by
Tim
then.
the Enchanter. Yes, that would have been glorious. Lawrence, I mean, that can be done via AI, couldn't it?
Oh, jeez, I have enough to do.
Wait, I could take that Drowlery image and well, I guess it's a knight, but I can fashion him after Tim the Enchanter and place him against Kosh. That would make another great t-shirt. Thank you, Kevin.
When the darkness comes, know this. You're the right people in the right place at the right time.
You are the right people. He emphasizes the are. He's confirming it for them. Oh,
Stitch the Elder gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you very much, Stitch.
Thank you, Stitch.
Anybody with that membership now can benefit from some of these fine emojis. And I'll have to check after the stream. If YouTube lets me make more, I'll add to our emoji pile. They only do that after you pass certain numbers of members.
Well, I'll talk to you after the stream, Lawrence, but I have another idea for rewarding your members, which would be super easy.
Okay. I'll be happy.
It just occurred to me right now. Oh my gosh. Yes.
You're going to buy them all spotted dick packages?
I wish I can do that, but I can't cook. I'm not good at cooking.
He's saying packets, but the thing is,
you're not going to send your members packaged food. Come on. No, processed food. It has to be authentic.
Well, that's what we might be doing. We're considering after we do next week, we finish season 2 of Babylon 5. We may take 1 week off before starting season 3 and do a cooking episode. Maybe we'll make some Yorkshire pudding with spotted dick for dessert or something.
We're not going to be able to find the ingredients here, are we? I mean, for the Yorkshire pudding, yes, but for the dessert, I don't know.
What? Spotted
what kind of filling does it have?
It's a pudding with, I think, raisins, but they call them
It's not
currants.
a pudding, it's a cake of some kind, right? Well, what we call pudding is their word for dessert, right?
Yeah, we would call it pudding. No, we call it pudding. Which is why Yorkshire pudding is so thoroughly confused, because it can be both. Yes, spotted dick is a...
Oh, Colin, you just gave me an idea. We can stream a savory and a sweet Yorkshire pudding.
Make
Okay.
everybody hungry.
Along with some homemade wine. I'm so hungry, people. And we're talking about
You're
food
going to make
again.
everybody hungry. You can make everybody hungry after that stream.
Ah.
Well, here's our final set of slides, and it's just a small one for the final scenes. Well, basically, Sheridan remembers the address and the name that he was given, and he's asking Ivanova to look it up on Earth's info system. What are you looking for? I want to verify a name and an address. And he provides it, but he doesn't know if Sebastian is the first name or last. So, because of that, it could take a while, says Ivanova. I guess in the future, they kind of like backed off on the data center thing, and the data centers are running on lower amounts of power. So.
Gravy and ice cream at the same time, Gav.
It could work. It could work. If the bread or the biscuit or whatever is really good, yeah, you can mix savory and sweet. I mean, I think it happens naturally in Thanksgiving. You get gravy and cranberry sauce in the same plate, and they mix, and you have it with
biscuits and gravy.
It could work. Well, isn't the
gravy and
what
ice
is a
cream
Yorkshire
doesn't-
pudding?
There you go. That's a good question to have answered. I mean, Flav did provide us with a recipe a few weeks ago. We'll have to look it up.
He did. I
again.
have to go back and look at the chat. Yeah.
It's general genetically known as batter pudding. Only it's not the sort of batter you put on fish, or chips or anything like that.
Yeah, it's too poofy. It blows up like a piece of bread or a muffin.
And Yorkshire puddings, batter puddings are quite flat. Although they tend to be flat in the base, but they can actually be quite be sort of quite puffed out on the rim, on the sides.
Yeah, I'm imagining the ones that Gordon Ramsay
Jacob.
made.
Jacob, you can't use words like that for the Americans. It confuses them.
What?
Well, Jacob is an American.
And you can use words like that. I didn't. You were allowed to use words like that.
Well, technically, Jacob could be, I don't know,
Actually, I think
quasi-American.
I
He
think
could
it is
be
one of
like
them.
Canadian. I don't know. But
But I didn't think you were allowed to use words like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm allowed to use words like that because I know what they mean and I know what the derivation is.
I know what the derivation.
what word did he use?
Let's not say the word because you're going to get in trouble on YouTube.
A word that I can use because to me it means bundles of sticks, or in Jacob's case,
That one.
A particular sort of meat, ball of meat.
I like
Not
that
Swedish
meme
people,
from
but-
The Simpsons where they talk about the mighty. You know, it's referring to the Mongolian Genghis Khan.
Also, the short version of which is British slang for cigarettes.
Right.
And bundles of sticks, which is what you put against someone when you're going to burn someone at the stake.
Mm-hmm.
And it rhymes with maggots.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was quite shocked
know.
when I heard the word being used in British sitcoms. Which one? The one with Hyacinth Bouquet?
Yeah, although actually, to be
what is
Keeping
that
up
show called?
appearances.
Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
she did she call someone a bundle of sticks at some
No,
point? I don't
no.
remember that.
Is that Rose because she smokes and Onslow smokes?
Oh, yeah,
and they're
Onslow's
constantly
calling them-
using
yeah,
the word, and I'm
Well,
like,
they also use that in Canada too.
They use the
I
short
didn't know
word.
that.
To be fair, we do use that word in the full word as a slur, but it tends to be meaning exactly what it means in America, but it tends to be more a more humorous use of it, and it doesn't tend to be in British use. It probably doesn't tend to be anything like as serious as it is in American use.
Well, the thing is, growing up, it was used that way, and the thing it didn't seem serious then because you usually, and I think that's what the South Park episode was about, was saying that people are not literally thinking of that when they're using the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
but
just
when you
avoid it
when
because I'm on YouTube and I don't say it in my daily life because I don't find any need to. But the thing is, it should be understood what are people's intentions in using it, and that's what the South Park episode was about.
the thing is when you learn the history, it's pretty dark. It's a terrible thing. And, you don't want to be using it.
Well, then you have to ban a lot of other words too, because the FUCK word for unlawful carnal knowledge was the term used as an abbreviation for rape.
But the only thing is, it doesn't necessarily mean unlawful. I mean, it's carnal knowledge. But the explanation I heard for why that word
Oh, that's another word I can't say on YouTube. I should have said grape. Sorry, folks, I can't keep up with it, man.
You could probably say the word rhymes with duck, but you can't say the word rhymes with grape. YouTube's weird like that. Look, the explanation I heard not long ago, actually, for why that particular word means what it does in that particular context, I've never heard of the historical context in which it's used. But maybe that's just, maybe it's just that wasn't a British historical fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, give me a moment, you can't actually use a smeging word. You have to try to talk around it a little bit. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, where does the word schmeg come from other than red dwarf?
Red dwarf made it up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. At least as far as I'm aware, they literally made it up.
Well, anyway, this lady, this is the Narn wife of Green Leader, and he's happy to see that she's all right. So the ranger, who we never got to see, apparently was able to get this through, and Jakar is now appreciated as the true leader. So I guess
it shows that
Jakar
he
is
has
now Green Leader, or no, Narn leader. I don't know.
Yes, he proved that he has the connections to continue to lead his people on Babylon 5.
And the other guy didn't, so it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew that the other guy didn't. So this test wouldn't. I mean, what test was the other guy gonna pass? It wasn't.
Sebastian's a better Inquisitor than this guy.
Yeah. To my extent, it was a case of I don't think he was necessarily pushing himself, or he was just saying, look, but show what you can do for us, Jakar. Rather than just empty words, do something. I mean, that maybe, what it was just challenging Jakar's.
I guess they were curious to see
that position.
I think they were curious to see how much power or influence he still had, and they
yeah, especially if they're going to be donating to the war fund.
Exactly.
It's like, what can you do with these weapons, man?
No, yeah, I guess the test was valid. I guess.
Kinda, yeah, I don't know, but at least Jakar came up with the terms. And he set a high bar for himself, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, your ship's ready to go. Uh-huh. And he's taking care of all the paperwork for him. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Sebastian. They like close-ups on Sebastian here. That's why they had to. They could only reuse him as a really made up alien because they couldn't do a brother Theo with him. It's like, wait a minute, too obvious. But he did a little digging, and he found out that what's his name? There's a man by the name of Sebastian that lived at this address in 1888, and then the guy disappeared though, and it happened to be after a string of murders on is it the East End?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what EastEnders is about, right?
Yep. East End of London, yeah, basically.
No, I mean EastEnders is about, the Jack the Ripper. No, just kidding. I know it's just a comedy thing.
I hadn't realised though that I was interested. It was actually November the 11th.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't. No, I'm going to want to saw this, but of course November the 11th.
11/11/1888.
Yeah, as opposed to 11/11/18, 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month, and the guns fell silent, and the Great War ended. 11th of November is Remembrance Day. But,
oh wow!
Yeah, 11th of November 1918 is when World War One ended. 11 literally the armistice came into effect at 11 a.m.
Well, this was about 30 years before that.
Yeah, that's about 30 before. Yeah, that's why I say interesting though. That's why I say I hadn't realised that was assuming they'd done the research for this, which I assume done. That it was when the last murder was on the 10th of November. I hadn't actually clocked that.
Oh man, the city was drowning in decay, chaos, immorality. Yeah, we could see that on some of the Doctor Who episodes.
Yeah.
A message needed to be sent. And it had to be etched in blood for all the world to see. He's still speaking that way. I don't know how much he's learned.
He hasn't learned anything. He can't possibly learn anything.
Either that, or he's saying what happened, why he did what he did. I mean, that's how he felt.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you may be right. I mean, it sounds like what he's going to say now, what the Vorlons did to him to make him see the error of his ways was very terrible.
Unspeakable things. Yeah, it's like a message needed to be sent in a way that, God would not approve. Well, at least not the God from the New Testament. The Old Testament God could be rather nasty. But.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the Vorlon part.
Okay. The world condemned me because I believed I was right. Okay. So he's working through his issues here with Sheridan. Chosen. Yeah, that's Sheridan completes the sentence there. I was found by the Vorlons. They just were walking by the East End of London.
And they showed me the terrible depth of my mistake. My crimes. My presumption.
Now here's the thing. If they appeared to him as we know how they appear, which is coming next week, folks, the great Kosh reveal.
Yes.
He must have at that time probably thought it was like an archangel or angel visitation.
Yep. I have done 400 years of penance in their service.
A job for which they said I was uniquely qualified.
Ideally suited.
Okay.
Why do you say that, Gavin Unit?
What? Dick
What
Van
does
Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke have anything
Well,
to
she
do
had
with the
a
Vorlons?
bad East End accent.
He was a chimney sweep. What do you expect?
It's a chimney sweep. Yeah.
Was it a bad accent?
It
I
wasn't
don't
a-
know. I'm an American. I don't know.
Well, they comment on Dick Van Dyke's accent
It
in a
was
lot of shows.
atrociously bad. Hello, Mary Poppins. Oh God. Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as Dennis Quaid's accent.
Oh
in
no, it wasn't as
Dragonheart.
bad as some. But
Well,
Kevin
he didn't
Costner
even.
and Robin Hood.
Well, the
Prince of
thing is,
Thieves.
oh Lord, no.
Kevin Costner and Dennis Quaid didn't even try to put on
No,
an
no,
accent. So
no.
would it have been better for Dick Van Dyke not to put on an accent at all?
Yeah, he could have
Possibly.
been. Technically, he could have been just. Well, the thing is, for the film, they wanted it to be like a Londoner, a chimney sweep, a Cockney
Yes,
accent.
but I
They
mean,
wanted that. Maybe they should, but I guess they wanted him. Why did they want him? Because of the dancing?
because
the
he could
name?
dance and he could sing. I mean,
There
and he
had to
was
be
Dick
some
Van
British
Dyke.
dancer that could do that too.
He was an A-lister. They needed him for
There must
the
have been a
movie.
British
Yeah,
alternative that could have done it too.
there was Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby wasn't British.
No, that's what I said. Nobody could sing and dance.
Right, but I meant there must have
Right.
been a British person that could do that.
They
No,
needed a known actor.
Yeah, they needed a big name as well, I suppose.
He was a big
Did you know-
name then for
I didn't-
musicals.
I know, and I'm sure that we'll get over it one of these days.
Apparently,
Well, but here's a good question, Colin. Would it have been better for Dick Van Dyke? Because you guys can watch Robin Hood and Dragonheart, and after a few minutes,
And just
forget
laugh
that.
a little bit.
Yeah, laugh a little bit, and then continue to enjoy the movie. Would it have been better for Dick Van Dyke not to put on an accent?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, would you at that point get Carrie Elwes in a game? Because unlike other chimney sweeps, I can speak an English accent.
Men in Tights, Mister.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
What
Did
British
you know? I didn't know.
alternatives?
Apparently, there's even a film about this or something. The author of Mary Poppins was not happy with Disney about
No.
the movie.
Yeah, I saw that movie. This heartbreaking movie.
I'd
Oh
not
my
seen the movie.
God.
I didn't remember.
It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking. Oh, she had
Yeah.
some issues, Colin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But Phantom, what Dick Van Dyke's charm makes up for a lot. Yeah, this is
I think
Well,
so. Yeah.
I've looked it up here, and this is what Gemini says. Tommy Steele could have
yeah.
played
Tommy
the
Steele
role.
could- yeah, Tommy Steele was
Anthony Newley, Jim Dale.
Were these
dunno.
A-listers of the time?
Tommy Steele.
I don't recognize the names.
Tommy Steele was quite a big. He was I'm trying to think. Let's go back to my childhood. I remember. Now you said it. I remember vaguely being very young, as in probably still in single figures, and therefore not understanding things like marketing. But I went to the Panto one year. Pantomime Christmas plays for usually based on fairy tales for kids, with a lot of interactions, and Tommy Steele was in the pantomime, and at one point he sang a song. I can even still remember the song, and a few days later I heard it. I didn't realize at the time, as I said, I was very young, but he was a pop singer. Tommy Steele was a pop singer.
It
And
says
this
he
was
was
his thing.
probably one
And
of the
and they
first
brought it
British
into
rock
the-
and roll singers.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, but they brought they brought this song into the pantomime probably because it was his hit at the time. But yeah, Tommy Steele did a few movies.
And he did some musicals,
Yeah, to musicals.
like
Yeah,
theater musicals.
He did come on, the film that's actually based on H.G. Wells' History of Mr. Polly. I can't think what the film's called. He did that with Julie Foster, with the actress Julia Foster. I don't remember what the girl.
Liza put it up.
Well, it's because Gavin is taking credit for the derailment.
Yeah, he derailed us with Dick Van Dyke. He warned us.
He warned us. I warned you.
Wasn't Anthony Newley married to Liz Taylor at one point?
Okay, Colin, I'm gonna let's finish this and then we can talk about who was married to who.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely right. I mean, it's just you saying that about the.
We don't blame you, Colin. It was Gavin's fault. It was totally Gavin's fault.
No, but it was a cool thing. I mean, that's what people come here for earworms, man. All right, so now Sebastian hopefully will be able to die.
I'm moving on. It sets people.
I think that might be wise because he has the feeling that this Sebastian, you're still not a good guy yet.
No.
And then he goes off, but he does have good words to leave Sheridan with.
Yeah, he said them facetiously though. He was taking a jab at him.
Being sarcastic here. Well, let's see. We'll see what our audience thinks, because I actually have these words right here.
May your choices have better results than mine. Remembered not as a messenger. Remembered not as a reformer. Not as a prophet. Not as a hero. Not even as Sebastian. Remembered only as Jack.
If people are watching this on the rewind and they got a big hole there or a big cut, it's because the clip was too long and I had to cut it out. We'll see what YouTube says. But anyway, that is the ending, the bombshell ending that Colin was talking about.
Yeah. Phantom Outsider, I agree with you. He deserved a little bit of punishment from Sheridan there. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but whose fault? I don't know. I guess that's the thing with Vorlon recruiting. They recruited this guy, and then they're not sure if they made the right choice with Delenn.
No, I think your theory is correct, Lawrence, that it was more about convincing like them that they were the right people for the mission. You know, it was all about their trainings. Like, yes, you are the right people and we're going to put you through this ordeal to make sure you remember that you are the right people during the darkest times. I don't think it had anything to do with the Vorlons needing
Well, you know what they could have done to test their will?
Oh gosh, the Knights of Knee.
They could have just said knee.
No, but that would have been too unbearable. Come on. I mean, you gotta be reasonable here. Gosh, man.
You can see Ka saying, I want a shrubbery.
Yeah.
JMS would have had Babylon 5 canceled, I think, at that moment. Studio execs don't have the same sense of humor.
Not the shrubbery. Not the shrubbery.
For that lady, the woman in the medieval village where she's like, no, do your worst.
Delenn, bring me a shrubbery. Yes. That would have been a better test.
Expensive.
That would have been a better test for sure.
All right, I believe we've had an evening.
Yes.
And we are done. Next week, forget what the name of it is, but it's the final one of the season. It's It's we will have to unfortunately say goodbye to Warren Keffer. And let's see what else happens in that episode. Oh yeah, the big Kosh reveal. Narn cruiser survived the war and is out there on its own. Kind of like what's his name, like Ducat was flying around in a Klingon bird of prey in Deep Space Nine.
Fall of
Remember
Night.
that, Liza?
What was that? I'm sorry. I was replying to Phantom Outsider, who said
Oh,
me,
when the
and that
Cardassians
deserves a response. Yeah.
when the Cardassians, I guess, what was it? They pissed off Ducat rebelled and was like in a Klingon bird of prey flying around.
Did he rebel?
I don't know.
yeah,
He did something. I barely remember it.
He lost. He lost favor in the Great Council,
Right.
Great
The Great
Council,
Council.
or whatever the Cardassian government, the central.
Ducat.
Yeah, Gold Ducat, and he ended up flying around in an old bird of prey hunting.
His assassination started a war with Earth. Oh, sorry. That's the real Ducat. Next week is the Fall of Night, in which we get, amongst other things, to meet our favourite Minbari warrior turned human security agent, who later becomes a human tailor's assistant.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy who plays Nehru.
Mr. Wells, John Vickery.
Yes, also plays Mr. Wells. Yeah, who later becomes a tailor's assistant.
Oh yeah.
In Crusade.
Oh man, when you said tailor's assistant, I blocked out the word assistant, and I was thinking, I was still in DS9, so I was thinking
You were thinking of Garrick. Lawrence.
But Garrick wasn't anywhere near as flamboyant or gay as the tailor in Crusade. Thank God.
We were talking about starting a DS9 series, weren't we? Another Earworms for DS9.
I don't know. Yeah, but that was the motivation to do that was is something that's no longer necessary now.
Your plate is full now, but I think we need to have a DS9 series. I mean, and it's because, man, we got to talk about this guy, Garrick. He's so interesting.
We could do some things here and there, maybe,
DS9?
but
We've done Babylon. We've done the Fast and Furious original Babylon 5.
It's a.
We don't need to do Deep Space Nine when we've done Babylon 5.
It's different. I mean, the story is different. The feel of it is different.
I think at some point we might be able to do just some episodes, not all of them.
Not the. I don't mean cover the entire series, but just the good episodes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
they're worth revisiting, I think.
We'll see what happens.
Bring in other Star Trek people who love DS9.
There's Jill, but she does some of those on her own channel. We'll see. I mean, we got to see what things happen.
Oh, Phantom Outsider. What? Garrick? Why? He's just a simple tailor. Yes.
Independence Day.
Yes. Yeah, I did recognize him in Independence. I did recognize him.
And
or was
Pluto
it
Mars?
Did Independence Day happen before DS9 or during or after? Because I did recognize. I don't know if
Independence Day had data in it. I mean, come on. Independence Day had data.
Independence Day, I think, was 93, 94. It must have been during. It might have been shot just before. I don't know.
Because I don't know if I recognize the guy from Independence Day as being Garrick or Garrick as the guy from Independence Day, but I know I recognized the face of the actor immediately when I saw him in either the movie or in the series. I just don't remember which happened first.
Well, I'm
Based
asking.
on 1993 onwards.
I'm surprised he didn't make an appearance as some type of alien in Babylon 5 because Star Trek people have ended up in Babylon 5. You know.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine came first, January 3rd, 1993, and then it was July
that's right,
3rd,
because they were
1996, like 3 years later.
Did they overlap at some point? DS9. Okay, so he.
Oh yeah, it would have overlapped.
Let's not forget. Let's not forget that 25 years earlier he'd had himself beaten up to frame Dirty Harry.
Oh. Yeah,
One of his first roles was the bad guy in Dirty Harry.
The bad guy.
Ooh, Jacob.
Jacob
Ironside just ended a run of DS9 on his channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just finished the Dominion War episodes. He says, "Cool, gotta visit that." I mean,
that's the thing. You could take like a certain segments or
Yeah.
portions or things like that. Yeah.
I would just, and not necessarily a series like we're covering Babylon 5, but something that, we just reviewing our favorite episodes. And the underrated ones, like the ones with Quark and Grand Nagus and this guy Brunt, I think
How about, the most annoying Ferengi episodes.
I love those episodes. What are you talking about? I love those episodes. They're awesome.
What are those things? Those snails that they eat?
Tube grubs.
Tube grubs.
Yes.
And then they snort things too. I don't know.
They do drugs.
Just that Grand Magus guy's like,
Quark, hand me the tube grubs.
It's like, God.
No.
Grand Nagus, wasn't the Grand Nagus, wasn't he also Verini in what's his name is he was the same actor that's was going Inconceivable in Princess Bride.
These are things you could be typing into AI and getting answers for.
I've seen him in other things, Colin.
Well, he was if he's that same actor, he was also one of the teachers and suitors for Sheldon's grandma and young Sheldon, amongst other things. Are you sure Andrew Robertson was in Independence Day? Because I can't find it on here at all. I've got his IMDb up.
He was the crazy pilot who ended up taking down the ship. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
The guy with the two kids.
That was Andrew Robinson.
It totally was.
That was Andrew Robinson. None according to Andrew Robinson's IMDb, it wasn't. No one. Let's put it the other way around.
Let me find the line for Independence Day.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's the same actor. I think I've even heard it elsewhere. Of course, our chat will probably. They're faster than AI. It's just like the 10-second delay of the stream.
I think you're talking about Randy Quaid. I think.
The pilot that had the two kids is who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name is Randy Quaid. I guess they look like each other a lot.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Really, that's not the same actor.
I thought it was. I could have bet a lot of money that it was the same actor. I can't believe it isn't.
I think someone's going around changing reality.
I think that's possible.
Because there's a number of things that I thought were so, and it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah, but you thought Patrick Stewart played King Arthur in Excalibur. That's what they don't look anything like
he played a young Patrick Stewart was in that movie, and it was like, wait a minute, this guy's only 6 years younger than he was in TNG. And so when I took that as the truth, I was really staring at Nigel Terry there, and it's like, well, man, at least in the younger Arthur scenes, I was like, I was forcing myself to believe it because of something I heard. But I was having a hard time then, you know. Of course, I come on stream like dickhead, and we learn the truth, but
you're right, Colin. I did a quick search. Randy Quaid was never in Deep Space Nine. I could have sworn it was the same
Andrew
guy.
Robbins, right?
Andrew Robinson.
Here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
I could have sworn it was the same actor. Oh, I was wrong. Proven wrong.
Randy Quaid. Any relation to Dennis Quaid?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's a good question, actually. Zach Grandneighbor Zach. Yeah, it was the same. It was Wallace Shawn. It was Rossini in The Princess Bride, amongst many, many, many other appearances. And was then in Young Sheldon.
The Scorpio Killer in Dirty Harry. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And Garrick in Star Trek.
Gavin Unit, shame on you.
Okay, so who was
it?
Dennis Quaid or Andrew Robinson that played the guy in Pluto Mars? Opposite Eddie Murphy. I could always look that up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with wait. Okay, so Randy Quaid also played that robot guy in that Eddie Murphy movie. Or was it the Garrick actor that played that robot?
That's what I'm trying to find out, and I'm just not typing well right now. Pluto Mars. Or was it Mars Pluto? I mean, I can't find Pluto Mars on IMDb. What's the real name to that movie?
I think you're right. I think it was Pluto Mars.
Oh, there's a movie called Pluto.
Any idea when it was?
Oh, Pluto Nash.
Oh, Pluto Nash.
Pluto Nash.
Wait, do I?
The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Oh, we both got it wrong. I was thinking
Pluto Mars. Too. I don't know what's the matter with me. I gave him 2 planet names. Well, one dwarf planet and Eddie Murphy. It's Jay Moore is in it. Randy Quaid. So this Randy Quaid is like such a knockoff Andrew Robinson, man. Yep, he plays Bruno.
And here's a follow-up question. Was Andrew Robinson British? Because he did have an accent in DS9.
Well, I'm waiting for Colin to look that up in the...
he was born in New York City.
Oh, wow.
Andrew George Robinson was born in New York City.
Oh, he just
has a bit of
a hoity-toity way.
After graduation, he spent a year in England at the London Academy for Music and Dramatic Arts.
Ah.
So that could explain why he did. That could explain why he
Yeah,
Spider was
remembering
awesome. He
his
was fighting
voice,
the
he did kind of put a little bit of, a little British into it.
Yes, he did. Especially in his conversations with Dr. Bashir.
Oh, because he's French.
No, Dr. Bashir wasn't French. His parents were Australian, I think.
What's the French name, Brushier?
No, Bashir is
Or Arabic?
Arabic or North Central European, Central Asian name, up sort of around. I actually I had a teacher called Bashir. My
I
primary
think
school
of them as
Miss
French.
Fisher.
I think it's because of a hockey player named Martin Brushier. Well, that's enough of that. We could call this "Let's Be Confused" and try and sort things out.
Well, we've been
Figure
successfully
out what's true,
derailed
what's
again.
not. Yeah. By
Ask
ourselves.
IM.
Welcome to Earworms, the IMDb special. Pluto Mars.
every episode's an IMDb special. Let's be fair.
They should sponsor us. Come on, IMDb. We're promoting you here. The YouTube gods will inform them, whomever them is. Oh, Gavin, he did warn us. Stop warning us, Gavin. Stop it. Stop.
We apparently...
You've
we don't
derailed
heed
us
the
for the
word.
last time, Gavin. Unit, you.
We would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for Gavin.
I know, right?
All right, so we're going to call it a night, folks. Thanks for sticking with us this long.
Interesting.
Oh, at the final bell, we do have
Alexander
another
Siddig.
entry from Colin. Yes, go ahead, Colin.
Alexander Siddig, Bashir, also studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. It doesn't give the year, so whether he was there the same year, but he actually went to the same place that Andrew Robinson did. I'm just gonna work out. Wow, he's Sudanese. Good God! You know he changed his name to a more English name, right? Alexander Siddig, when he first appeared, was Siddig Al-Fadil or something, right? Would you like to know what Alexander Siddig's birth name was?
I'd love to.
Right. Hold on. I want you to write this down as I go.
It doesn't have that
Siddig.
F word. That means bundled.
No. Honestly, hold on. No, it doesn't. Hold on. Siddig El Tahir El Fadil El Siddig Abdurrahman Mohammed Ahmed Abdel Karim El Mahdi.
That's a long name.
I'm surprised his nickname is Sid.
Yeah, I could see the point in abbreviating that a bit.
He was born in Sudan, but raised in Britain.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did not know that.
And he was
The
genetically
accent.
enhanced, too.
What?
Currently, Colin is the.
I did not know that. He was actually married for 4 years to Narn Visit, and they've got a kid.
Yeah, Liza knew that. And they had a baby.
He's related.
Oh,
related to
yes.
He was the father of the baby. It wasn't Miles O'Brien. It wasn't
Miles O'Brien.
It wasn't Cole Meany
It was
there.
Dr.
That was
Bashir, yeah.
His mother's brother is Malcolm McDowell.
his mother's brother.
Yeah, his maternal uncle is Malcolm McDowell.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew he was married to someone. Boom, boom.
Good night, Jacob.
Jacob gave up.
He's like, I'm leaving this thing. I'm
All
done
right.
with you.
Apparently, at
people
one time he was
derailing
considered
things.
one of Cisco.
He do what?
He was at one time considered for the role of Benjamin Sisko, but he was
Oh.
considered too young. The role
Yeah.
obviously went to Avery
Not
Brooks,
quite
but the
dark enough.
producers, they said the role, he was considered too young. The producers, however, were impressed enough to offer him the role of Dr. Bashir.
That would have been, yeah.
Son.
Well, the thing is, we don't need another Starfleet captain with a British accent. Come on. We need some variety here. Yeah, we had Captain Picard. You cannot replace a Captain Picard. You cannot outshine a Captain Picard. So we need, something different.
Oh, man.
And I love Captain Benjamin Sisko. That would have been... I cannot imagine anyone else as Captain Sisko. There's no way.
I have to admit that
I'm in no need of a doctor, so take your leeches elsewhere.
Oh, Jennifer.
See, we could have used a British captain on Crusade, though.
Yeah.
We could have used
Look
that.
it up on IMDb. I'm not going through that again.
Okay, we're calling it. We're calling it. So anyway, thanks for sticking with us this long. And next week we're finishing off Babylon 5. Wednesday we're finishing off Dragonheart. And when I say finishing off Babylon 5, I mean season 2. And then Wednesday, the Fall of Night. Yes, that's when everything gets really dark.
Yeah. Well, this was
when
pretty
the
dark.
night comes and the land is dark. And the moon is the only light we'll see. All right.
Good night, Stitch.
Okay, so another Star Trek connection then.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that song is, what's that song called? Stand By Me, isn't it?
Stand by me, yeah.
And who starred in the film Stand By Me?
Some kids.
One of them being Will Wheaton.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yeah, Will Wheaton. Was it Will Wheaton was in Stand By Me?
Or was it Lord of the Flies? I don't know. I guess we can look that up on
Did they ever address the Wesley Crusher issue in the new Star Trek thing? I didn't watch the series.
On Jill, anti-derivative Jill, all the time.
I have no idea. I had zero interest in watching the news thing anyway. Then Patrick
agree, Colin. I'm just curious. It's like
Patrick Stewart opened his mouth about politics, and I turned off. And then I heard about I Talk to Porn.
It's Will Wheaton. Stand by me.
When I stopped throwing up, I decided I wasn't going to touch you with a barge pole.
Yeah, no.
Will Wheaton did star in Stand By Me, directed by Rob Reiner, another great deliverer of political. Well, he's no longer with us, but he used to deliver a lot of political opinions.
Off the rails again. Yeah, it's true. But Colin, it's like I don't know why actors do this to themselves, because every time you get into politics, you basically isolate half of your audience, and it doesn't matter on which side. It's like, keep your politics to yourself. First of all, it's good manners, and second of all, it's good business. Like, why are you going to divide your audience and have people like, oh right, I'm not gonna go watch anything by this guy anymore. He's just too offensive. It's like, why are you gonna do that?
Why should I be interested in what you spend your entire life pretending to be someone you're not?
Exactly. It's like, talented individual.
I don't know that he was all that talented, Will Wheaton.
Well, it could have been the writer's fault that made the character insufferable. Let's just be real here. He was just, he was hired to play a kid.
I was thinking about Patrick Stewart, but they're both politically loudmouth idiots.
Yeah,
Case hasn't been relevant for 30 years. But...
Gavin, Colin is not trying to replace you as the derailer. Where you don't have to.
You're
stop derailing.
You left the role of derailing when you became the role of Warner. You were promoted. you rose through the ranks to the role of Chief Warner.
There you go, Gavin. You have a greater role.
No
And
relation
therefore
to
someone
David
had
Warner, no.
so you therefore had to move into the someone had to move into the role of chief of derailer, and I tend to move to derailer once you do that other streams.
I am going to check the AI summary of this stream and see if Google picked up on that.
See what AI
Colin.
says. Yeah, next week. That's an incentive not only to get the finality of season 2, but we'll be talking about what AI felt of this episode of Earworms. But I am calling it now because... What?
He is now Chief Derailer. You have been crowned, Sir Colin of Glastonbury.
I thought he was the host, according to AI.
Yes, AI crowned you as host too, Colin. Remember that. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Good night. We got to say good night. Here we go.
And finally, here are some completely gratuitous pictures of penises to annoy the censors and to hopefully spark some sort of controversy, which it seems the only way these days to get the jaded, video-sated public off their fucking asses and back in the sodding cinema.